Days and anniversaries. Get them on the Joe Show. Celebrating on this Tuesday, September the 16th. There you go. It is a Tuesday, typical Tuesday morning show we have lined up for you with our first guest on here this morning at 7:10. That's Boyle County head football coach Justin Haddix, who will join the show. Rebels are on bye this week, so there won't be a whole lot, like conversationally speaking, to talk with Coach Haddix about, but we'll touch base with him this week every morning, continuing that conversation. That'll be at 7:10. 7:20, Danville head football coach Steve Stonebreaker joins the show. The Admirals do kick off their district slate, I should say, this week with Washington County. The Admirals versus the Commanders, and we'll talk with Coach Stonebreaker about that this morning at 7:20. 7:40, it's the County Agents Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. It is Lincoln County Week, and Tyler Miller joins the show this morning at 7:40. 8 o'clock in the morning hour this morning, 8:10, we have Colleen, Boyle County Public Library, who joins the show. She'll be on here at 8:10. Actually, I believe she told me last week it's going to be Marcy. Mike Marcy will join the show. I think she said she was off this week, and Mike would be calling in. So either way, the library will be on here at 8:10. 8:20, Rambleisms, the thoughts of Randy Graham and Randy Graham's thoughts, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:20 in the morning. 8:40, James the Gardener is on here, Gardening with James at 8:40. 9 o'clock in the morning at 9:10, it's Dusty, Kentucky Music Preview number 1 of the week. Dusty will join us previewing music at 9:10, and James the Gardener's on here this morning at 9:35. Not James the Gardener, he's on here at 8:40, not 9:35. That's Tuesday with Stith. Stith Funeral Home on here this morning at 9:35. That's the rundown of today's show. We'd love to have you on. Phone number to call in is 859-238-WHIR. That's 238-9447. We are so glad you're on the show. Let's see what's going on, as we always do. Taking a look at early morning sports. And here it is. The Bucks win and the Chargers win on a double Monday Night Football. The Phillies clinch the NL East, and Tom Brady coming out of retirement. Those are the headlines on this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Tuesday morning sports, starting off in the National Football League. Frantic start, frantic finish, in between a fairly boring Monday Night Football game, eventually won by the Buccaneers, who beat the Texans 20-19.
Arm & Hammer Baking Soda Rocket Day. This
as exciting as their shootout from 2 years ago, where both clubs finished in first place in 2023 too, won 39-37 by the Texans. But last night ended with a flurry. Bucks quarterback Baker Mayfield orchestrated an 11-play, 80-yard touchdown drive in the closing minutes that provided the final margin while snapping Tampa Bay's 5-game losing streak to Houston. Well, the 2-0 Buccaneers are headed in the right direction to capture a 5th straight NFC South crown. The winless Texans find themselves in a significant hole early. In the second Monday Night Football game, Allegiant Stadium converted back into a football field after Terrence Crawford beat Canelo Alvarez by unanimous decision 2 days prior. The Chargers then scored the KO over their AFC West rival Las Vegas Raiders last night. Justin Herbert and the Chargers beat the Raiders with defense. 20-9 was the final score to improve to 2-0 and are in first place of the AFC West after week 2. LA never trailed in the contest. The Chargers are now 2-0 for the second straight year under head coach Jim Harbaugh. In Major League Baseball, with a 6-5 extra inning win over the LA Dodgers last night, the Phillies have secured their second straight National League East title. The Phillies clinched a playoff berth on Sunday. This is the third consecutive season the Phillies have won 90 or more games. The Phillies went on a hot streak to secure the NL East title, winning 8 of their last 10, including a 4-game home sweep of the New York Mets at Citizens Bank Ballpark on September 8th through 11th. Now the Phillies have also a chance to catch the Milwaukee Brewers for the best record in the NL, which would secure home field advantage throughout the NLCS and potentially the World Series as well. Right now, Philly sits a game and a half behind Milwaukee with 11 games left to play. In the National Football League, you couldn't keep Tom Brady off the field forever. The 7-time Super Bowl champion quarterback post-playing days have treated him nicely. He quickly found a spot in the broadcast booth with Fox, serving on the network's top team as an analyst. He continued to increase his influence by acquiring an ownership stake in the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, Brady's dusting off the cleats to play in the Fanatics Flag Football Classic. Flag football set to debut as a new event at the 2028 Summer Olympics in L.A. and continues to increase in popularity. Brady, who retired in 2023, will play a key role in the upcoming tournament. The competitive flag football tournament set to take place on March 21st in Saudi Arabia. It features a star-studded list of NFL players, including Saquon Barkley, CeeDee Lamb, Christian McCaffrey, Sauce Gardner, Myles Garrett, Brock Bowers, Max Crosby, Tyreek Hill, Odell Beckham Jr., and Rob Gronkowski. Those are the headlines on this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
The Wilderness Trail Distillery Charity Chili Cook-Off is back. This is the event for chili lovers. Come sample all the team's chili recipes, vying to be named the area's best, and vote for your favorite. This is a family-friendly event with free face painting, pumpkin decorating, a visit from the Boyle County Library bookmobile, and music by DJ Double M. All proceeds benefit the Danville Kiwanis local children and seniors programs. The unlimited tasting tickets are just $10. The Chili Cook-Off is this Saturday from 11:30 to 2, with winners announced at 2:30. Unlimited tasting tickets are available now at Wilderness Trail Distillery or at the Cook-Off. See you at Wilderness Trail Distillery for chili and fun this Saturday in Danville, Lebanon Road.
This is Boyle County EMS Director Mike Rogers. Boyle County is one of 6 counties in the state that offers a crisis response unit. What does that mean? When 911 receives a call from someone going through a mental health crisis, Boyle County EMS responds appropriately in a discreet manner with a social worker and a paramedic, keeping the individual's dignity intact. If you or someone you know suffers from a mental health issue, Boyle County EMS is ready to help. Call 911 or Boyle County EMS at 859-238-1134. Boyle County EMS, when life feels overwhelming, we bring calm, care, and a path forward.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Rayleigh Joe, thank you. Brought to you by our friends over at the Big Deals online store. They're at hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts, up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Sunshine, 90 and 58, the high and low. Tomorrow, 87. Thursday, 89. Friday, 91. Right now, it's 6:23 in the morning, 63 degrees. Tuesday, the 16th day of the month of September. 859-238-WHIR is your number to call in. 238-9447. Celebrity birthdays on this Tuesday, September 16th. Those famous people having famous birthdays on this famous day. And here we go. Happy 54th birthday today to actress, comedian, and writer Amy Poehler. I've been in the shows Saturday Night Live, Parks and Recreation, and the movies Mean Girls and Baby Mama. Here's a clip from Parks and Rec. Amy Poehler, 54 years old today.
I'm not
sick. I just have allergies, okay? I took a Claritin and I threw that up. So I took another one, I threw that up, and then I took a third and it stayed down. I'm getting better.
All right, you're burning up.
You're burning up. What?
Amy Poehler, 54 years old today. Other birthdays include magician David Copperfield, turned 69. Forbes recently described him as the most commercially successful magician ever. Don't believe it? Well, he's collected 11 Guinness World Records, a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, a knighthood by the French government, and he's been named a living legend by the U.S. Library of Congress. And last check, he sold 33 million tickets and grossed over $4 billion, more than any other solo entertainer in history. David Copperfield turns 69 years old today. And the late James Cash Penney would have had a birthday today. J.C. Penney founded the J.C. Penney chain in 1902. He died back in 1971. Celebrity birthdays on this Tuesday, September the 16th.
On this day in country music.
There you go, Mr. Voice. It was on this day, country music history, back of the year 1950 in Darby, Florida, where David Bellamy was born, singer-songwriter of the Bellamy Brothers. It was on this day, country music history, 1969. Johnny Cash went #1 on the Billboard Country Singles Chart with his song called A Boy Named Sue. And it was on this day, country music history in the year 2003. Sheb Wooley, the singer, songwriter, and actor, best known for his 1958 novelty song called Purple People Eater, died in Nashville. And that's what's gone on this date, September 16th, country music history. Starting off on this day, country music history in the year 1950 in Darby, Florida, where David Bellamy was born.
There's a reason for the sunshine sky, and there's a reason.
Yeah, the Bellamy Brothers, the duo, had success in the 70s and 80s, starting with the release of their crossover hit called Let Your Love Flow, which you're hearing right now. In 1976, this song came out and went #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Starting in the late 70s, the Bellamy Brothers found success in country music as well, charting 20 #1 singles. David Bellamy, born on this date. He is 75 years old today. Way to go.
Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Let your love fly.
It was on this day, country music history, 1969. Johnny Cash went #1 with one of his most iconic songs.
Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to Ma and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze.
There you go. The song tells the tale of a young man's quest for revenge on a father who abandoned him at 3 years of age, and his only contribution to his life was naming him Sue, resulting in the young man suffering from, ridicule and harassment by everyone he meets in his travels. Johnny Cash, on this date, 1969, A Boy Named Sue went #1.
Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I'll tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard, my wits got keen. Roamed from town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars, I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man that gave me that awful name.
And it was on this day, country music history in 2003, where Sheb Wooley, the singer-songwriter and actor known for the Purple People Eater, died on this day, 2003.
Well, I saw the thing coming out of the sky. It had a one long horn and one big eye.
He also played Ben Miller, the brother of Frank Miller, in the film High Noon. He played Travis Cobb in The Outlaw Josie Wales, and also had a co-starring role as Scout Pete Nolan in the TV program Rawhide. Sheb Wooley, on this day, 2003, died, known for his 1958 song, Purple People Eater.
I said, Mr. Purple People Eater, don't eat me. I heard him say in a voice so gruff, It was a one-eyed, one-horned fly.
And that's what's gone on this day, September 16th. In country music history, we're 60 seconds away from K&N News. Bottom hour right here on The Joe Show.
Speed Queen is sold exclusively at Carl Day's Danville hometown store on Houstonville Road.
Our Speed Queen machines, designed, built, and tested for longevity. Our machines are built from commercial-grade steel parts from top to bottom. Our machines are built better to last longer.
Speed Queen has a stainless steel tub with a lifetime warranty. Speed Queen's agitator has a 210-degree power stroke. Speed Queen's transmission has a 10-year limited warranty. Speed Queen, superb quality, incredible value.
Speed Queen is sold exclusively at Carl Day's Danville hometown store on Houstonville Road.
If you use electric appliances in the bathroom, garage, or outdoors, any place where moisture is present, you need a GFCI. The folks at your local electric cooperative want you to know that a GFCI, or ground fault circuit interrupter, will help you use those appliances safely by protecting you from electrical shocks. If you'd like to learn more about GFCIs, call your local electric cooperative. We're Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
More information shared in the case against now former UK student Laken Snelling, a woman charged in the death of her baby. The person who called 911 told dispatchers the baby in question was cold to the touch. Their identity was redacted in the records requested from the Lexington Herald Leader. So far, the coroner's office has only confirmed the baby was a boy, but further testing needs to happen to find the cause of death and gestational age. Snelling is due back in court next Thursday. Meantime, human remains in a vehicle found in the Ohio River could be linked to a 19-year-old cold case. Here's John Shannon.
A scuba diver found the vehicle and called authorities around 10 a.m. Friday near a boat ramp off Dyke Lane in Morganfield. Now family members of James Michael Mills, missing since 2006, say the van pulled from the water is similar to the description given for the one Mills drove. Kelly Farmer, Mills' cousin, spoke with WKYT.
The door, the blue door on it, where it was, it was so close to where he went, where he supposedly went missing.
Farmer says if the remains are confirmed to be him, it'll bring the family a sense of relief. The remains have been sent to the medical examiner for identification and further analysis. I'm John Shannon.
More turmoil in London as City Attorney Larry Bryson is ousted from his position last night after the impeachment of former Mayor Randall Weddle. Mayor Tracy Hanley reportedly asked Bryson to provide a comprehensive update on all legal projects, with research included, but only provided active cases. Hanley stated deficiency will be seen as nothing less than insubordination and inappropriate conduct towards their client, following up with immediately terminating Bryson. In a Facebook post, Weddle called the firing the result of personal feelings. The former mayor still looks to appeal his impeachment. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Ahoy treasure hunters, it's time for adventure at B&L Jewelers Pirates event, now through September 27th. Step aboard and grab a key. Ye may be the lucky one to unlock our treasure chest filled with sparkling prizes and hidden jewels. Bring the whole crew for fun, excitement, and a chance to discover riches beyond the sea. But hurry, me hearties, this treasure sails away after September 27th. Join us at B&L Jewelers, where X marks the spot for sparkle. Danville Manor Shopping Center. Ahoy treasure hunters, it's time for adventure at B&L Jewelers Pirates event, now through September 27th. Step aboard and grab a key. Ye may be the lucky one to unlock our treasure chest filled with sparkling prizes and hidden jewels. Bring the whole crew for fun, excitement, and a chance to discover riches beyond the sea. But hurry, me hearties, this treasure sails away after September 27th. Join us at B&L Jewelers, where X marks the spot for sparkle. Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Every fan knows the advantages of playing on their home field. Hi, I'm Patrick McClure from McClure Bailey. Proud to be a lifelong resident of Danville and Bull County. Our firm can provide a variety of services to meet the legal needs of you and our community. We're all local attorneys. We understand the needs of the people from Danville and Bull County because we are people of Danville and Bull County. Call the hometown team of McClure Bailey at 236-8888. Now located at 426 South 4th Street, just south of downtown Danville. Go Ads, go Cats, and go Rebels. This is an advertisement.
If you've ever been a victim of a scam or fraud attempt, you're not alone. Con artists are good at tricking people. Hi, I'm Adam Hopkins, security officer at Farmers National Bank. A way we beat the fraudsters is to communicate with each other. Always feel free to contact us, as we're glad to help you and share advice.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Danville-Boyle County Planning and Zoning Commission will meet next week, but tomorrow is the deadline for public comments ahead of the discussion of the 2025 Comprehensive Plan. You can review that plan right now, and while it's not been formally adopted, you are encouraged to explore the plan and share thoughts before that final adoption. You can review that plan on the City of Danville website. It's danvilleky.org. Again, the deadline for public comment is tomorrow. Garrett Central Records reporting the Lancaster City Council has lifted the reserve in the City Hall building. That's a key move in the potential sale of that building, which the record says has attracted significant interest, with bids reaching reportedly around $66,000. Mayor Michael Gaffney said that he doesn't believe the city or government should be a leaser of the building, and that the move is a part of a strategy to improve efficiency and align the city's facilities with current administrative needs. The Harrisburg City Commission has approved street closures for the upcoming homecoming parade on Sunday. The Harrisburg Herald reports that the Mercer County Senior High School homecoming parade will take place Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, beginning in Harrisburg High School, then marching down Lexington Street, turning onto Main to East Office, continuing down Greenville Street to Lexington, then back to the high school. The street closures will begin Saturday at 1:45, with the parade starting at 2 o'clock. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Free trial is 7 days. If customer does not cancel prior to the end of a trial period, fees will apply.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Open Phone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Open Phone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place, so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Open Phone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Open Phone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Open Phone. Open Phone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Open Phone for free at openphone.com/try and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/try. openphone.com/TRY.
Do you want to grow your business, but you don't have a big budget? Don here, your small business marketing specialist. In a recent study, they found that radio delivered $12 in sales for every $1 spent on advertising. And radio advertising is incredibly effective at driving in-store traffic and influencing purchasing behavior. The research shows that radio increased in-store traffic by an average of 22%. In several categories, radio had increased traffic by over 30%. Also, radio boasts a higher average conversion rate than television, newspaper, and online media alike. And radio allows advertisers an inexpensive way to run multiple ads, enabling better results. So, if you want to get new customers and grow your business, radio is the #1 reach medium. So, how do you get started? It's easy. Call us today.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right there, Rayleigh, brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. They proudly represent the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you by calling Mark or Chris for a free quote. 859-236-6686. Partly sunny, a high today of 90, a low tonight of 58. Sunshine and 87 is the high tomorrow. Thursday, sunny and 90's the high. Right now it's 6:37 in the morning. It's 63 degrees. Tuesday, the 16th day of September. What's up with Larry Vaught today?
Vaught's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
Even though Mark Pope had an entirely new roster last season, the Wildcats somehow managed to get as many quad one wins as Coach John Calipari's teams had the 2 previous seasons combined. When it comes to the Wildcats this year, what is improvement going to look like for Pope's team? That is a question that analytics guru Sean Venzel of Hoops Insight took a look at. He did not include true freshmen in this analysis because he could not accurately project what they might do. Venzel believes Jaden Quink's interior defense will be the big reason that Pope's team is a lead again and allowing few shots at the rim. Venzel predicted Kentucky will be strong at the rim on offense again also. The offensive scheme creates spacing, and cutters end up getting chances to score one-on-one. Venzel sees another top 50 season for UK when it comes to offense at the rim.
Lots Views will return in a moment.
At Channel, we always show up for our farmers. Is that tar spot or rust?
Incoming!
Definitely rust.
Rick, how did you? Dropping in to check on your crop, Bill. Let's call your agronomist before that rust can hurt your yield.
That sounds great, but when did you learn to skydive?
Self-taught, Bill. Kind of a prodigy.
From personalized insights to year-round support, Channel Seed Pros always show up. Visit channel.com to learn more. Channel, all in, all season. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
Some of the other projections, with Sean Venzel of Hoops Insight, Kentucky will be a terrific defensive rebounding team. The Cats might be a bit more turnover prone than they were a year ago, and forcing turnovers will not be a focus of the game plan against most teams. Venzel believes if UK could be top 60 in the country in avoiding turnovers, then Mark Pope's team should have a top 15 offense nationally, and that would put UK in the thick of not only the SEC title chase, but also the national title hunt.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
Larry Von Fox Views Mondays through Fridays on the Joe Show at this time. President Donald Trump renewed his calls for ending quarterly reports for companies, and he's holding a press conference to talk about that. Trump wants to end quarterly reports.
Hi, folks. Thanks for coming. And I, your favorite president, Donald Trump, have a huge announcement to make. I've decided to put an end to quarterly reports for companies. That's right. They no longer have to report their earnings or losses, but that's not all. I've decided there will be no more paying taxes to the government by companies. Instead, they can just cut me a check directly. I think that's what's best for everybody. And finally, no more owning companies for companies. Instead, all of the companies have to be given to me, Donald Trump. Wow, what a great idea, right? No more questions.
There you go. Trump wants to end quarterly reports. We'll see how that one plays out. Let's see what's going on in this morning's World of Good. 100% true. If you are tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news, then I'm right there with you. And these stories remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. My way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go do the same for somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up on the piano. As always, it's Mr. Floyd Kramer. And here we go. Little good news action for you on this Tuesday morning, and here we go. Story number one, coming from the Emmys. To try to keep speeches short at the 2025 Emmy Awards, host Nate Bargatze said that they would deduct money from a planned pledge to the Boys and Girls Clubs of America for long speeches. Now, the gimmick became a running joke throughout the night, with some winners keeping it short while others went long enough to push the total into a negative balance. Bargatze ended the show by announcing that CBS and himself personally would contribute, raising the final donation to $350,000. Nate Bargatze tells the audience CBS has given $100,000. He's given $250,000 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of America.
Thanks to everyone here. The number, I'll be honest with you, it was embarrassing. It went way down, and I don't know. I can't imagine ever doing this again. So CBS is going to add $100,000. I will give $250,000. It takes us to $350,000 to the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, pretty cool. Way to go, Nate. I'm actually going to see him next month in Cincinnati. Story number two, speaking of Cincinnati, in Cincinnati, 2 police officers saved a woman who was threatening to jump from a 5th-floor parking garage. Officer Newman connected with this woman by sharing his own story of loss, persuading her to accept help, though she slipped and was left hanging before officers pulled her to safety. The woman was unharmed, and police leadership praised the officers for their compassion and quick action in preventing tragedy. And story number 3, for her 80th birthday, Phillies fan Donna Morey was hoping she'd finally get a foul ball, and her dream came true thanks to 9-year-old Jamison Pinnings. After catching his first game ball, Jamison learned about her story and decided to give her the prize souvenir, creating a special birthday memory. In the final inning, the Phillies ball girl gifted Jamison another ball, leaving both families touched by the boy's generosity and kindness. The good news: a boy gives his first Phillies foul ball to a fan celebrating her 80th birthday. Ohio officers saved the life of a woman threatening to jump from a parking garage. And the Emmy Awards raised $350,000 for Boys and Girls Club of America. That's what's going on in this morning's World of Absolute Good today, folks. Join us at sunrise, and PRN's Garage Pass is coming your way next. Floyd Kramer, take us home, buddy. It's all yours.
Sign and drive at Bob Allen GMC. Lease a new 26 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab 4x4 with elevation package for only $429 per month for 24 months. Zero down, 10,000 lease miles per year. All payments plus tax. Stock M26117. Bob Allen GMC on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
Bristol Night Race, guys!
I don't think you could ever script 3 last place finishes.
I'm Mark Darrow, and this is PRN's Garage Pass.
From pads and rotors to shocks and struts, coming to a full stop should never mean your business does too. At Napa, we are the pros that know brakes and suspension better than anyone. So when others are grinding their gears, our premium parts and exceptional service deliver results. Whether you're operating a local shop or managing a national fleet, Napa has exactly what you need, when and where you need it. Get the brake and suspension parts you're looking for right now at Napa.
Extreme Tire Wear turned the Cup Series Round 1 cutoff race at Bristol upside down, and the fans loved every minute of it, as did the driver who finally checked off a win under the lights in Thunder Valley.
It's been crazy. It's been confusing, and out of the chaos, Christopher Bell has won the Bass Pro Shops night race.
Bristol frickin' night race. How about that, fellas?
Yeah, the Bristol Night Race has been my favorite for a long time, and Bristol Motor Speedway just does such a good job of making this event feel unique, feel special, and it's a big one, so this one is definitely high on the list to win. I don't know if stole is the right word, but I was the one who walked away with it.
C. Bell's fourth victory of the year allowed Joe Gibbs to set a record by winning all 3 races in the first round.
It means so much to our sponsors and for all of us to be in this situation. God's blessed us with great people.
As for the 4 drivers who got knocked out in the first round, they were the guys just about everybody picked not to make the cut. Alex Bowman, Austin Dillon, Shane Van Gisbergen, and Josh Berry. Now with the points resetting, Bubba Wallace is on the bubble heading to Loudon, just 1 up on Joey Logano and Ross Chastain, with Tyler Reddick only 2 points below the cut line.
Whether your engine runs daily or only when you need it, Z-Max Micro Lubricant is the force you need against carbon buildup that can damage your engine. Combustion causes carbon and other harmful deposits to build up in your engine, fuel system, and transmission. You don't want that. You want Z-Max Micro Lubricant. It soaks into metal and keeps your vehicle running at peak performance. Find out more at zmax.com or visit us on Facebook and Twitter. Protect your engine to the max with Z-Max.
In the Cup Series playoff for the first time, Josh Berry has now set the dubious record of being the only driver to ever finished last in all 3 races in the opening round, and with just 4 scoring the fewest points.
Really hasn't been because of performance. Qualified well, we've had good cars, we just haven't had the finishes. I mean, I don't think you could ever script 3 last place finishes in the ways that we've got them.
The old record for the fewest points in the opening round had belonged to Eric Jones. PRN's Garage Pass, not narrow-minded, Garrow-minded.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Danville Bike and Footwear is listening to their customers with an edition of Ultra running shoes. Ultra is known for its roomy toe box and zero-to-low drop that adds to your comfort, whether you're running errands or on our beautiful Kentucky trails. Danville Bike and Footwear specializes in individual shoe fittings to ensure maximum comfort. They carry Brooks, Saucony, Asics, and now Ultra shoes for your active lifestyle. Come into Danville Bike and Footwear and let them find the perfect fit for your feet in downtown Danville.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
Riley Joe, brought to you by Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics over at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay. Get a free estimate, and they work with your insurance company, fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, and paintless tint repair. Danville Auto Body Shop. Partly sunny, a high of 90, a low of 58. Sunshine tomorrow, 87. Thursday, sunny and 90. Friday, sunny and 91. Right now, it's 6:51 in the morning, 62 degrees. Tuesday, the 16th day of the month of September. 100% hilarious. So bad they're good. Warning, these may make you cringe. It's time for everyone's 6th favorite segment on the Joe Show every morning. We call this the Dad Joke of the Day. Here we go.
Dad Joke of the Day.
All right, Dad Joke of the Day. Let's do it. I was talking with a friend of mine. He said, my wife just completed a 40-week bodybuilding program this morning. Wow, 40-week bodybuilding program that his wife just completed. He said, it's a girl. She weighs 7 pounds and 12 ounces. Took 40 weeks, and she built a body. There you go. The Dad Joke of the Day, Mondays through Fridays on The Joe Show every morning.
Welcome to the planet of the apps.
Oh, look at this. If your family is as unorganized as ours is, you gotta get this app. It will get everybody on the same page or screen, if you will. It's an app called Cozy, C-O-Z-I. And this is a family planning calendar that lets everybody input and view anytime from any phone, anywhere. All you do is put in what you're doing, at least what you want your family to know you're doing. And in the palm of everybody's hand, they know what the plan is, so to speak. It's an app that's full of features like alerts for any event. So if somebody forgets to, walk the dog or take out the trash or go to a kid's play or whatever, everybody knows. Shopping lists can be included. A family journal. Once again, it's called Cozy, and it organizes the entire family. C-O-Z-I. It's free. Rick D's in this molten magma every day, known as the Planet of the Apps.
There you go. Planet of the Apps, Mondays through Fridays, right here on The Joe Show on WHIR. Leads us into the Country Comic Spotlight, where Zoltan Kazaz is in the spotlight today, talking about how he just likes cats better than dogs. Zoltan Kazaz. Here he is in the Country Comic Spotlight.
I really am a boring person when I'm home. I just hang out at the house. I hang out with my cat. I got a cat named Jessica. Thank you. I'm a cat person. Are there any other cat people out there? Yeah? Got some cat people here? Nice. I'm guessing the rest of you are dog people. Is that what it is? Yeah, I'm not anti-dog. You know. Every time I tell someone I'm a cat person, like, what does that mean, you don't like dogs? No, that's not what that means. It just means I like other people's dogs. I like dogs, I just like them over there. And I'll play with them, but then go back over there. I don't like that kind of energy in my house. You know what I mean? That annoying dog, best friend in your face all the time energy. Just like, yeah! I love you. You're home. Where have you been? It creeps me out. I don't care for that. I don't like that at all. Just in your face. Like, you want to go out? There's a tree. I know this tree. You want to hang out at this tree? What if I just keep breathing into your face? Ugh. All the time? No, thank you. That's why I like cats. Cats are more like, hey, what are you up to? Never mind. I just remembered I don't care. I'll be in the kitchen. I'll see you later. I like that. I don't need a best friend at the house. I just need, like, an apathetic roommate that sometimes wants to hang out. Like a dog, you can pet a dog's belly all day. They'll never get tired of it, just all day. Just like, yeah, man, never stop. You're the best. Hopefully not that creepy, but you get the idea. A cat you can pet for what, 2, maybe 3 seconds? And so it's like, all right, get away from me. I have my own things going on. I got a pile of clean laundry to lay on. Get away from me. That's what my cat does. It waits for the pile of clean laundry we haven't folded yet and just rubs on it while making eye contact. Just like, everyone's gonna know.
Zoltan Kazaz in the Country Comic Spotlight. Rick Dees in the Planet of the Apps. And the dad joke of the day. The late night shows last night, joking while you were catching up on your sleep, starting off with Jimmy Fallon on NBC's Tonight Show, where Jimmy was actually hosting the show in Detroit and performed a tribute song for the city.
Detroit, are you ready? We'll go so high we'll throw up all our mom's spaghetti. Detroit, let's turn it up. Try to call a cab, I got a pedal pub.
Jimmy also joking about Detroit being the birthplace of Motown.
But finally, guys, this is the birthplace of Motown. Motown was established in 1959, and drunk people have been butchering it at karaoke ever since.
Jimmy also joking about Detroit Lions fans. They love their Lions and are obsessed with just winning a Super Bowl.
According to a survey, 74% of Lions fans would rather win a Super Bowl than find love. They're like, look, if someone's going to go all the way, it should be the Lions, not me. Very giving.
Seth Meyers on NBC's Late Night, joking about losing out on an Emmy Award.
Don't mind, we're going to get to the news. The Emmys were held last night, and guys, I got something to show you. We got new mugs in the NBC store.
Seth Meyers also joking about President Trump in New York.
President Trump was in New York on Friday, and for once, not by subpoena.
Selling us at Sunrise, Seth Meyers, Jimmy Fallon, Zoltan Kazaz, Rick Dees, and this morning's Planet of the Apps, Mondays through Fridays, right here on The Joe Show on WHIR, Danville News Talk Sports. Little Rodney Atkins for you, taking us to this commercial break. Rodney going to be at Norton Center for the Arts this Friday, kicking off this 2025-26 show season. Get your tickets now for Rodney Atkins at Norton Center.
Driving through town, just my boy and me, with a Happy Meal in his booster seat, knowing that he couldn't have the toy till his nuggets were gone.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
Boo Books. Wendy's Junior Frosty coupon books are just $1 now through the end of October. Each book comes with 5 coupons for a free Junior Frosty. Proceeds support Wendy's commitment to helping the DTFA. Learn more at wendys.com.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
Ah, 6:59 in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, coming your way. Where in the 7 o'clock in the morning hour, we're talking Boyle County Rebel football with the head man, Justin Haddix. Danville football with the head man, Steve Stonebreaker. Tyler Miller calls in here at 7:40 with the County Agents Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. In the 8 o'clock in the morning hour, Randy Isms is on here this morning, talking with the library. First at 8:10, Randy at 8:20. 8:40, James the Gardener. 9 o'clock in the morning, Dusty joins us at 9:10, and a Tuesday with Stiff on here this morning at 9:35. That's the rundown of the show for the next 3 hours. We are 1 hour in. We have 3 hours to go right here on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports at 7 o'clock in the morning, and Top Hour News is right now.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Trump is sending the National Guard into Memphis as part of his federal crackdown on crime. Rory O'Neill with more.
From the Oval Office on Monday, President Trump said the deployment of troops to Memphis would be exactly like recent operations in Washington, D.C. Trump said members of the Guard would work alongside the FBI and other federal agents. Similar operations are possible in Chicago and St. Louis, the president said. Alabama's governor has said she'd welcome troops if they were deployed to cities in her state, including Birmingham and Montgomery. I'm Rory O'Neill.
The man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk will be in court later today. Tyler Robinson is expected to be arraigned on state murder charges in Provo, Utah. If he is formally charged with aggravated murder, that could make the 22-year-old eligible for the death penalty. Meanwhile, FBI Director Kash Patel will be questioned by lawmakers today and tomorrow. It says leadership of the agency is reportedly under fire over the Kirk investigation. Israel has launched its expanded ground attack on Gaza City. The plan announced last month is to take control of the city and dismantle the Palestinian militant group Hamas. Illinois Congressman Jesus Chuy Garcia is calling for all video to be released of a deadly shooting involving an ICE officer in western suburban Franklin Park, Illinois on Friday. More from Perry Williams.
We want to know everything about what occurred and for all evidence to be put forward publicly so that the public can make its own conclusion.
Federal authorities say agents were conducting a traffic stop and the suspect, Silverio Villegas Gonzalez, struck an officer with his vehicle. The undocumented immigrant was shot and killed, and the officer suffered severe injuries.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Hard to provide a better life for your family. The only problem is that you now have a tax bill that you can't afford to pay. The IRS is now threatening to garnish your wages and put a levy on your bank account. You can't ignore the IRS. They won't go away on their own. You need help, and you need it now. Call the Tax Pros at United Tax Fix today. Call 800-762-2768. That's 800-762-2768.
Want to connect your business with thousands of engaged local consumers in one unforgettable evening? Join us at Wine on the River, Louisville on October 11th at the Belvedere, a premier tasting event where wine, food, music, and community come together. As a vendor or sponsor, you'll gain valuable experience exposure, build brand awareness, and create lasting impressions with a crowd that loves to support local. Ready to pour into something big? Visit wineontheriverlou.com to inquire today.
Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is calling for a change in rhetoric to end gun violence.
Starting from the top, there has to be a more unifying message coming from our government.
Speaking in Baltimore, Maryland, the California Democrat says gun violence has to stop, and the only way that will happen is with a change in the rhetorical nature of debate. The Baltimore Sun reports Pelosi was referencing the 2022 home invasion attack on her husband in answering a question about the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. She says it's the unpredictability of how people hear things that should caution the tempering of what is said and how it's said. New Jersey Congressman Josh Gottheimer is pushing legislation to protect airline passengers as the Trump administration rolls back a Biden-era policy. Natalie Migliori with more.
Gottheimer wants cash compensation for delays of more than 3 hours on a domestic flight, with travelers receiving $500 for a delay that's 5 hours or more.
This means cash back in your wallets for the costs you bear and headaches caused by missed connections, paying for that extended parking or meals, or having to book another airline or mode of transportation.
Right now, airlines that are at fault for a delayed flight are only required to give travelers food vouchers and rebook them on another flight with the same airline. Gottheimer says he's also writing to the U.S. Department of Transportation to rethink the decision they made to roll back passenger protections.
CBS is celebrating viewership numbers for this year's Emmy Awards. Tammy Trujillo with details.
Sunday's ceremony drew 7.4 million viewers. That's an 8% jump over last year and the most since 2021. That year marked the last time the Emmys aired on CBS. This year's ceremony saw HBO's The Pitt take home the award for Outstanding Drama Series, and The Studio from Apple TV Plus won Outstanding Comedy Series.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi. Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Good morning to you folks. It is Tuesday. It's the 16th day of September, a day where we get sunshine. We will be in the low 90s once again as a high. Forecast comes your way. News coming up here, brought to you by Stuart Powell Ford Mazda.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, inviting you to our annual cruise-in on Saturday, September the 20th, 11 to 2 at the showroom on Lebanon Road. Cars, great food, door prizes, and a live DJ. Fun for the whole family. Admission is free, and all proceeds go to Pioneer Vocational Services right here in Danville. Don't miss it. Saturday, September 20th, 11 to 2 at the showroom on Lebanon Road, where cars and community come together.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Danville-Boyle County Planning and Zoning Commission will meet next week, but tomorrow is the deadline for public comments ahead of the discussion of the 2025 Comprehensive Plan. You can review that plan right now, and while it's not been formally adopted, you are encouraged to explore the plan and share thoughts before that final adoption. You can review that plan on the City of Danville website. It's danvilleky.org. Again, the deadline for public comment is tomorrow. The Garrett Central Records reporting the Lancaster City Council has lifted the reserve in the City Hall building. That's a key move in the potential sale of that building, which the record says has attracted significant interest, with bids reaching reportedly around $66,000. Mayor Michael Gaffney said that he doesn't believe the city or government should be a leaser of the building, and that the move is a part of a strategy to improve efficiency and align the city's facilities with current administrative needs. The Harrisburg City Commission has approved street closures for the upcoming homecoming parade on Sunday. The Harrisburg Herald reports that the Mercer County Senior High School homecoming parade will take place Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, beginning at Harrisburg High School, then marching down Lexington Street, turning onto Main to East Office, continuing down Greenville Street to Lexington, then back to the high school. The street closures will begin Saturday at 1:45, with the parade starting at 2 o'clock. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Time out for sports this weekend with
VSiN Sports Shows
on WHIR AM 1230.
Free trial is 7 days. If customer does not cancel prior to the end of a trial period, fees will apply.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Open Phone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Open Phone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Open Phone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Open Phone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Open Phone. Open Phone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Open Phone for free at openphone.com/try and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/try. Openphone.com/TRY.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Rayleigh Joe, thanks for that. Brought to you by our friends at the Little Sign Shop. They offer all types of quality signs at affordable prices. Many within 24 hours. They're in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Come on, call them, 859-238-7391. Partly sunny, high today of 90, low tonight 58. Sunshine 87 tomorrow, sunshine 89 on Thursday, and sunny and 91 on Football Friday. It's 7:10 in the morning, 62 degrees on Tuesday, the 16th day of September, and we're talking Rebel football with Boyle County head coach Justin Haddix.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if Auto Owners makes sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer.
And we welcome onto the show Boyle County Rebel head football coach Justin Haddix. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Doing good. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, Coach. Thanks for joining us this morning talking Rebel football. You all are on bye this week. So you played 4 games. You're 3-1. You've got this Friday off, Coach. Tell us, are bye weeks in terms of practice, are they different than a regular game week?
Yeah, and I think every year is different in your bye weeks of what you do. Which if anybody tells you there's, hey, everything, it's A, B, C, D, F, G, like it's not set. In the business we're in, it's constantly moving and evolving, and got to do what's best for your team at that time. So we've got to get some guys healthy, so we're being smart about that. We're going to get some guys back who've maybe been out a few weeks. Well, they've got to get in game shape, so we got to get them a lot of reps. We've got some guys that are sophomores that we need to step up, and hey, they've got an opportunity. We've got to really focus on them this week, and then we do get a little step ahead on our next opponent in Ballard, Louisville Ballard. So we're kind of getting to see a few more plays of them, but a lot of us just focused on ourselves and getting healthy and getting back.
Yeah, so again, you said you had some guys that are hurt, so some of the guys will either dial their reps way back or maybe not too many reps at all, no reps. Some guys need more reps, so others will be getting more. So it just depends, I guess, on a player-by-player situation, who's feeling what and who's healthy, who's not.
Exactly, and that's the way that we address it, and we go on, and we're looking at things of what were we doing good. It's a great time to do a self-scout of what we're doing on offense. Is this what we're, kind of breaking ourselves down of seeing what other teams are thinking on offense, defense, and special teams? How can we get better? This is what we need to build on. all the things of what you're kind of getting through it. We've got 2 more non-district, and then we get into our district, and then we finish with Frederick Douglass. So we've still got a big part of our season. We've got some really good teams that we're going to play. So we've got to be healthy. We've got to be smart and clean up mistakes, and come up with some new things.
Now, well, you mentioned focusing on the good and working on things that you feel like haven't gone as well as you hoped they would. So let's talk about the good. What are some things that you think your Rebel team through the first 4 games have done fairly well?
Well, defense has been the constant. We had a little letdown there against LCA, and a lot of that was just getting lined up and getting alignment and playing guys that really hadn't had to make a lot of calls and adjustments on the field. But you've seen the improvement from the LCA game to where we're at last week. So they've done a great job on defense from that aspect, and that has to always be the constant. This is maybe first year since we've been at bowl that offense hasn't. We've punted more this year than we've punted in multiple years, probably in the previous 4 or 5 years. So our special teams, our punt team's been better because we're having to use them, but it's a testament to our defense playing great, keeping it games, and that's what you have to have. Offensively, we've got to be more consistent. We taken more negative plays in the previous 2 or 3 games. Last week we were pretty good, not taking negative plays, and we can't do negative plays. Now, we turned the ball over twice, can't do that either, and then we got stopped on a 4th and short, so really 3 turnovers. But we've got to do a better job of taking care of the football and extending drives over and over, and then we've got to hit some deep balls. That was something, we had the big 90-yard touchdown to Seneca, but we've got to stretch that defense a little more too, and we're working on some things we can continue to get better, and it's never good enough. You're always working to get better.
Boyle County head football coach Justin Haddix. Coach, what do you work on in practice this afternoon?
Today will be a split day, so we'll go half defense and half offense. Our JV played last night. We played Garrett and beat them. So guys got a bunch of reps, and our freshmen have a game on Thursday. But we'll be split today, cleaning up mistakes. Like I said, getting guys who need a little rest. You're going to be getting limited to no reps, and then guys who we need to get a lot of reps for and need to get better in a hurry, going to get elevated reps. So it'll be it's a great week for us. Comes at a good time. For us, it's crazy how that always works out. But we're excited about it.
Boyle County head coach Justin Haddix. Coach, appreciate you being on. Good luck with practice today. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, okay?
Hey, thank you. Go Rebels.
There you go. That's Boyle County at 3-1. We talk with Rebel head coach Justin Haddix every morning, Monday through Friday at 7:10, right here on the Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Speaking of sports, the Big Daddy has got it coming your way. Then we're talking with the Admiral head coach, Steve Stonebreaker, after that.
Hey, this is Jack Mathis. I love sports, and this is a sports update with the Big Daddy, Steve Beauchamp. Brought to you by Stuart Powell Mazda.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, inviting you to our annual cruise-in on Saturday, September the 20th, 11 to 2 at the showroom on Lebanon Road. Cars, great food, door prizes, and a live DJ. Fun for the whole family. Admission is free, and all proceeds go to Pioneer Vocational Services right here in Danville. Don't miss it. Saturday, September 20th, 11 to 2 at the showroom on Lebanon Road, where cars and community come together.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Ohio State and Penn State remain the 1-2 teams in college football, according to the AP Top 25 this week. The SEC has dropped down to 11 schools that are ranked this week, including 4 in the top 10, LSU at number 3, Georgia 5th, Texas 8th, and Texas A&M 10th. Oklahoma's 11th, Ole Miss 13th, Alabama 14th, Tennessee 15th, Vanderbilt 20th, Auburn 22nd, and Missouri is 23rd. Kentucky's next opponent, South Carolina, took a nosedive into those also receiving votes this week. Cats travel to Columbia on Saturday the 27th and will receive a hostile greeting. We'll have all the action for you a week from Saturday for UK at USC on Z105. In baseball, Philadelphia has clinched the National League East. Phillies beat the Dodgers in L.A. last night 6-5 in 10 innings. Cincinnati kept its scant playoff hopes alive with an 11-6 win at St. Louis. Cubs blanked the Pirates 4-0. The Twins shut out the Yankees 7-0. It was the Braves 11, Nationals 3, Astros 6, Rangers 3, Blue Jays 2, Rays 1 in 11 innings, Orioles 4, White Sox 1, and the Diamondbacks 8, Giants 1. In the NFL last night, Tampa Bay scored the go-ahead game-winning touchdown with 6 seconds to go to drop Houston 20-19. The Texans are now 0-2. The LA Chargers beat the Raiders in Las Vegas 20-9. The Chargers and Bucks are now 2-0, while the Raiders fall to 1-1. Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow will have surgery to repair his turf toe injury. He also had some torn ligaments. Burrow will be sidelined a minimum of 3 months. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Maybe it began with a little girl and her tin can microphone on the front porch of a log cabin in the Great Smoky Mountains. But it wouldn't be long before the crowd she dreamed of followed her home to Dollywood, where the memories we share will live in our hearts forever. Experience the incredible resorts, award-winning festivals, thrilling rides, and live shows with those you love most. Plan your trip at Dollywood.com.
Lee's Famous Recipe's been serving the best chicken in Danville since 1972. Lee's is proud to serve up money-saving $6 meals that include 2 strips or 2 pieces of dark meat, livers or gizzards, your choice of a side, plus a home-style buttermilk biscuit and drink, all of it just $6. Don't feel like cooking? Feed the family with an 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece meal that comes with large shareable sides and home-style buttermilk biscuits. For your next get-together, call Lee's, the expert caterers, at 859-236-8777. Visit Lee's Famous Recipe, the chicken specialist in Danville and South 4th.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts. Up to 50% every single day. Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Partly sunny, 90 is your high. Tomorrow, sunny and 87. Thursday, 89. Friday, 91. As Danville hosts Washington County for a Friday night football game at Admiral Stadium. And we'll have that again, 7:30 kickoff right here on WHIR. To get you geared up for that Friday night football game, we talk with Coach Steve Stonebreaker every weekday morning here on the show, brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
And we welcome on to the show Danville Admiral head football coach Steve Stonebreaker. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
That's a good Tuesday morning, Joe.
Yeah, appreciate you being on here, Coach, and talking Admiral football as you all dive into district play this Friday, taking on the Washington County Commanders, led by head coach Lawrence Smith. Coach, let's talk about this Washington County offense, a team that's 3-1 this year. They've had some pretty good offensive performances. They put up 34 in their second win of the year over Bethlehem. They put up 49 last week over Western Hills, but also have a game where they were shut out, 19-0 to Marion County. Coach, what do you expect to see out of what appears to be a pretty run-heavy Washington County offense?
Yeah, they're a wing T team, and that they'll play 3-back football. They'll base out the wing T, but they'll also get the power I wishbone a little bit. So they want to run the football. They've got some really good backs. I mean, they've got some speed. May have some more speed than anybody we've seen thus far this season. Got really good quarterback play. They're a junior-dominated team, really, but their quarterback is a senior and really heady kid, makes good decisions, does a really good job for them in the play-action scramble out of the pocket and make plays with his feet. So he's somebody you really got to be aware of. And for that type of offense, man, he's the type of quarterback you really like to have because of what he can do running the football and just extending plays and then getting out of the pocket. They've got a really good senior tight end that's a big kid. And then they've got, some really big offensive linemen. They got some good size up front, and they got a mix of juniors and seniors there. So it's another, veteran football team. And I think they do a really good job coaching their guys offensively. They use a lot of pre-snap movements with shifts and motions and that kind of thing to try to get leverage, try to, get numbers, and just do a really good job with it. So, been looking at them a little bit since last season. In anticipation of this game. And, I just think they do a good job offensively.
Yeah, wing T reminds me kind of that old school football. And so how difficult, Coach, is that when you're coaching, your team is on defense, you're playing a team that lines up three guys in the backfield, you count the quarterback as well, and he's a guy you mentioned that can certainly run, and then you got motion as well, so you're trying to figure out where the motion is, where's the ball going to go, how difficult can that be on the defense?
It comes down to feet and eyes. You've got to get your feet in position at the snap to be where you need to be, and you've got to get your eyes in position to see what you need to see based on whatever position you're playing. So, those are the keys, and that sounds really simple, and you're trying to make it simple because, they're doing so much to try to get you out of whack and give you some eye candy here and there to take you away from where they want to run the football.
Coach, we've discussed before about the scout team. How important is the scout team when you're going against a team like this that runs the wing T, something kind of different that the scout team gives your starters and the varsity guys a pretty good look?
Oh, yeah, it's vital. And our guys have been doing a pretty good job both sides of the ball on scout team. And, honestly, that's part of the reason that we've had a little bit of success here the first part of the season. So we expect that to continue. The scout team offense yesterday did a really good job. One of the things pushing this week with those guys is really getting out of the huddle quick. And we want to make our defensive guys have to identify the formation and then identify personnel, and then whatever happens after that with shifted motion. So doing that with our scout team this week is of utmost importance.
Danville head football coach Steve Stoneberger. Coach, what's the practice agenda on this Tuesday?
Well, we're doing a normal Tuesday practice. We'll be in inside drill, heavy on both sides of the football. We'll do some more pass skelly on offense than we will defense. We'll spend a little more time in team defense than we typically do on a Tuesday, just because we're playing a wing T team. So normally we would have a little session of pass skelly on Tuesday for defense, but when we're playing a wing T team, we really want our defensive backs to see the whole picture and understand what they've got to do with run fits as well as seeing the play action that's going to come at them. So we'll spend a little bit more time team defense than we typically do on a Tuesday practice.
Danville head coach Steve Stoneberger. Now, are Tuesdays the day where the kids get to knock the ball out of the other guy's hands?
Oh, yeah.
That's today?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Toughness and turnover Tuesday. So, and I tell you what, Joe, we've held on the ball pretty well.
Good.
We haven't fumbled the football very much. So, this kind of thing makes a difference, and that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to find a different way to, get what you want out of your kids and to emphasize what you need to win the football game. And obviously taking care of the football is something you've got to do to win football games. So, this is fun for the kids. They enjoy it, but they obviously get something out of it.
Yeah, and you never know. Like, it's a learning lesson as well for the kids. You never know when you're on the field with a ball in your hand when someone may be behind you getting ready to try to punch that ball out. So you always got to be ready, even when you're on the field, protecting the football at all times.
Oh, without a doubt. And that's one of the things we tell our kids. And, that this is a day, and I even said it last Tuesday to somebody, you can learn a lot just by still photographs, not even film, but still photographs. If you see yourself running the football in a still photograph, you should see the ball pressed up against your rib cage. You should see the points of pressure that you've got with the arm that's carrying the football. So, it gives us opportunity to talk to kids about that and just make sure we're getting better all the way around.
Danville head football coach Steve Stoneberger. Coach, appreciate you being on. Good luck with practice, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, okay?
Absolutely. Let's go ahead.
All right, Coach. Yes, sir. There you go. That's Danville head football coach Steve Stoneberger. Appreciate him joining us every Monday through Friday right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. We're 2 minutes away from bottom hour news with the Kentucky News Network here on WHIR.
What does lime do to a farmer's field? Lime provides calcium and magnesium essential elements. Calcium helps plants build cell walls, aids in early root growth, improves plant vigor, and encourages seed production. Mercer Stone specializes in the production and distribution of high-quality lime. And right now, their fall special for high-quality lime is just $7 a ton. That's right, $7 a ton. They're also a supplier of crushed stone. Call them or visit them on Bergen Road in Harrodsburg. At Mercer Stone, we will rock you.
Don't be a dirty driver. You can shine on and drive on with a clean vehicle from the original Thoroughbred Car Wash in Danville on Perryville Road. The original Thoroughbred Car Wash has 6 self-service bays and 8 vacuums and a touchless automatic wash that washes, waxes, and blow dries for the spotless wash that you'll be proud of. Find the original Thoroughbred Car Wash in Danville on Perryville Road, just down from Big Lots, open 7 days a week for your convenience.
This is Randy Gipp Graham. If you want to start your weekend off in a winning way, propelling you into a new work week, then join with our team every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on the Kentucky Power Hour. Sure, we talk current events, politics, a little sports, and a lot about leadership, but with you, the listener, in mind. So start your day off in a winning way. Right here on the Happy Station, WHIR.
The Kentucky Power Hour on AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
7:30 in the morning, Kentucky News Network is coming your way. Tyler Miller calling in for a County Agent Corner right after that, right here on WHIR Danville.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Louisville's air quality will be unhealthy again for some people today. The Metro Air Pollution Control District's air quality alert extends until midnight tonight. Sensitive groups to the ozone pollution, including children, older adults, those with asthma, COPD, or other breathing ailments, and any other residents that are active outdoors. They should reduce prolonged or heavy outdoor exertion, take more breaks, and do less intense activities. Meantime, a popular wedding venue goes up in flames Monday morning. A remote part of the Bluegrass Wedding Barn venue caught fire Monday morning, according to the Boyle County Fire Department. Almost 20 crews took 3.5 hours to battle the blaze. A Boyle County Fire Department spokesperson said the heat made the fire worse, but doesn't believe the dry conditions contributed. The starting point of the fire also seems to be near an electrical unit. No injuries reported. The investigation continues. Charges upgraded for a man accused of shooting 2 victims in a Frankfort home after one of the victims died. The incident happened Saturday morning at an Ashwood Court apartment when 27-year-old Mikhail Marks allegedly broke into the apartment and shot a juvenile in the head and a man in the neck. The juvenile, who is yet to be identified, has died from the injuries. The second victim remains hospitalized in critical condition. Marks now faces murder charges, along with other charges of assault, burglary, and wanton endangerment. And a man faces charges for allegedly killing his partner in McCreary County. Last week, Damian Poole was found dead inside a home on Farm Ridge Road in Whitley City. Police believe Poole was killed by his boyfriend, Daniel Kearney, after the two moved to Kentucky from Colorado. Police say they also found the couple's 2 dogs fatally shot in the home. Kearney was taken into custody Friday on multiple charges, which include murder and cruelty to animals. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Hi there, me again, your radio. I thought what we'd do this time is go to the email bag, answer some of your questions. So our first email comes from Bob. He writes, Dear Radio, I run a small furniture store in town and I'm looking to grow my business. Do you have any suggestions? Well, Bob, to be successful, you need to reach out to new customers on an ongoing basis. That's where I come in. Radio reaches around 93% of the population each week, making it a great way to get the word out about your business. And radio delivers results at a fraction of the cost of other media, making it a great investment. Okay, our next email is from Bert. He says, Dear Radio, I took a young lady out on a first date. After 20 minutes of talking, she went to the ladies' room to powder her nose. It's been 4 months since I've seen her. What do you suggest I do? Well, Bert, that's a tough one, but I'd consider maybe a woman with a smaller nose.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
It's back by popular demand. Free lunch in the office from Danville Lee's Famous Recipe and the Hometown Radio Network. Now, here's how it works. Every Tuesday in September and October, Hometown Radio will reward an office up to 20 two-piece chicken dinners and Lee's Famous Tea and deliver it to you on Wednesday. Simply email radio@hometownlive.net. That's radio@hometownlive.net. Why your office deserves free lunch. Free lunch in the office has returned. A service of Danville Lee's Famous Recipe and the Hometown Radio Network. Good luck.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Danville-Boyle County Planning and Zoning Commission will meet next week, but tomorrow is the deadline for public comments ahead of the discussion of the 2025 Comprehensive Plan. You can review that plan right now, and while it's not been formally adopted, you are encouraged to explore the plan and share thoughts before that final adoption. You can review that plan on the City of Danville website. It's danvilleky.org. Again, the deadline for public comment is tomorrow. The Garrett Central Records reporting the Lancaster City Council has lifted the reserve in the City Hall building. That's a key move in the potential sale of that building, which the record says has attracted significant interest with bids reaching reportedly around $66,000. Mayor Michael Gaffney said that he doesn't believe the city or government should be a leaser of the building and that the move is a part of a strategy to improve efficiency and align the city's facilities with current administrative needs. The Harrisburg City Commission has approved street closures for the upcoming homecoming parade on Sunday. The Harrisburg Herald reports that the Mercer County Senior High School homecoming parade will take place Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, beginning in Harrisburg High School, then marching down Lexington Street, turning onto Main to East Office, continuing down Greenville Street to Lexington, then back to the high school. The street closures will begin Saturday at 1:45, with the parade starting at 2 o'clock. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Ahoy, treasure hunters. It's time for adventure at B&L Jewelers Pirates event, now through September 27th. Step aboard and grab a key. Ye may be the lucky one to unlock our treasure chest filled with sparkling prizes and hidden jewels. Bring the whole crew for fun, excitement, and a chance to discover riches beyond the sea. But hurry, me hearties. This treasure sails away after September 27th. Join us at B&L Jewelers, where X marks the spot for sparkle. Danville Manor Shopping Center. Ahoy, treasure hunters. It's time for adventure at B&L Jewelers Pirates event, now through September 27th. Step aboard and grab a key. Ye may be the lucky one to unlock our treasure chest filled with sparkling prizes and hidden jewels. Bring the whole crew for fun, excitement, and a chance to discover riches beyond the sea. But hurry, me hearties. This treasure sails away after September 27th. Join us at B&L Jewelers, where X marks the spot for sparkle. Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Hi, it's Daryl, the cigar sommelier and owner of Smokin' Bourbon. I know you guys have been waiting, but the wait is over. We are now open for business. So come on down to Smokin' Bourbon, where you can smoke, sip, and chill.
Central Kentucky's newest cigar bar in Danville by the bowling alley in the Greenleaf Shopping Center. This big boss atmosphere is veteran-owned with connoisseur quality cigars and bourbon, creating a social destination. For more information, go to smoke-in-bourbon.com.
Now open.
The Titletown Turkey Trot is so back. After more than 325 runners last year, Danville's most unique race returns, bigger and better than ever. The Thanksgiving morning race features a 1-mile gobble wobble and the Titletown 5K. It's a chip time race with overall age and group awards and free race photos, but everyone gets a long sleeve shirt and finisher's medal, free popcorn and cotton candy. Start up a new Thanksgiving tradition, the Titletown Turkey Trot 5K, presented by Danville Office Equipment. Sign up now at runsignup.com, and we'll see you Thanksgiving morning, 8 o'clock at Rebel Stadium for the Titletown Turkey Trot.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance. They're your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the auto owners insurance company. Call Mark or Chris. They would love to give you a free quote. 859-236-6686. for Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance. Partly sunny, 90s the high, 58's the low. Tomorrow, sunshine and 87. Thursday, sunshine and 90. Right now, it is 7:37, 62 degrees. And Tyler Miller joins us this morning from the Lincoln County Extension Office. Good morning, Tyler. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Joe. Sorry I was in a bad spot yesterday, and I called in and thought I'd have service, and I was out on the roads, and ended up I did not.
No, not a problem at all, Tyler. Not a problem at all. Glad you made it back home safely and glad to have you on this morning. I understand sometimes you hit those spots and cell phone service just drops. So glad to have you back on, and we'll get the County Agent's Corner from you this morning, Tyler, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's need. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
And here's Tyler Miller.
All right, well, thanks for having me on here, and I'm going to talk about the fall fencing schools that are available to you all. There's one going to be held on Tuesday, September the 30th. That's in Hardin County from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Central Time. And there's actually going to be one closer to us, and that's going to be held in Russell County at their extension office on Thursday, October the 2nd from 7:30 to 4 Central Time. Now, there is a small cost per participant, and that's $35. But that does include the notebooks and refreshment, and safety glasses, hearing protection, and the best part, lunch. And so you can contact your extension office, and they will help you get signed up with that, or you can also mail in a registration form. But these are good days, very informative days, and you're going to hear a little overview from Dr. Chris Torch. Then we'll move on to fence types and costs. And then we're going to be touching on fence construction basics, kind of looking at perimeter fences versus cross fences, fencing options on rented farms, proper brace construction, line posts, and things of that nature. And then we're going to move over to electric fence basics. We're going to hear all things electric fence. And then maybe a neat interest to a few here is innovations in fencing technologies. So we've got wireless fences that we're going to hear and see, and after lunch we're going to be having a hands-on fence building. So putting posts in the ground, making proper braces, tying knots, splices, all things like that, grounding systems. So if you're interested at all, come on out. That's Tuesday the 30th in Hardin County, and Thursday, October 2nd in Russell County. And space is limited, so go ahead and register and get that in. That's your County Agent's Corner. God bless.
Tyler Miller with the Lincoln County Extension Office in this morning's County Agent's Corner. All right, Tyler, before you go, random facts you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Tyler, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, Tyler, here we go. Fact number 1, a vowel with 2 dots above it is known as a diaresis, and I may be saying that wrong. In European languages, Tyler, the 2 dots indicate that 2 adjacent vowels are separate syllables. Now, it's most common in the word naive, which is actually N-A-I-V-E, and there's 2 dots. There's a dot above, 2 dots above the I, naive, where the I should be sounded separated from the A. That's what the 2 dots mean above that. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
I didn't either. There you go. Fact number 2, there's one volcano in the world that doesn't have red or orange lava. The lava from the Kawah Ijen volcano in Indonesia is bright blue lava, Tyler.
No way, that's cool.
Yeah, bright blue. You have to Google that one. I will too. Kawah, spelled K-A-W-A-H. Ijen, I-J-E-N. It's in Indonesia. Kawah Ijen. Number 3, there are at least 25 student athletes in America whose parents name them ESPN. Now, the highest profile one might be a Bowling Green State University linebacker named Gideon Lampron, but his middle name is ESPN. His family pronounces that Espin, Gideon Espin Lampron, but his middle name is all capitalized, just like the ESPN network, ESPN.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Number 4, Tyler, there are 2 songs in music history that spent 10 weeks at number 2, but never made it to number 1. One of them was in 2002 and into 2003, a song called Work It by Missy Elliott. Do you know that song?
Nope.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. And then she just goes, then she just mumbles something that I don't know what she says. But that's Missy Elliott's song. The other one was 1981 and 1982 by a group called Foreigner. Their song, Waiting for a Girl Like You, spent 10 weeks at number 2, but never made it number 1. The only 2 songs to do that. And this is Foreigner's Waiting for a Girl Like You right now that we're listening to. Tyler, appreciate you being on, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, okay?
Okie dokie.
All right, Tyler. Bye. Tyler Miller with the County Agent's Corner.
Ready for a fast, safe, and easy way to send your share of the rent money? Put your feet up, because with Zelle, you can send your monthly amount from the comfort of your couch. Zelle is conveniently found in your Farmers National Bank online or mobile banking account, and it's available now. Ask a Farmers National Bank representative for more information. Available to United States bank account holders only. Terms and conditions apply. Farmers National Bank, member FDIC.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Ohio State and Penn State remain the 1-2 teams in college football, according to the AP Top 25 this week. The SEC has dropped down to 11 schools that are ranked this week, including 4 in the top 10, LSU at number 3, Georgia 5th, Texas 8th, and Texas A&M 10th. Oklahoma's 11th, Ole Miss 13th, Alabama 14th, Tennessee 15th, Vanderbilt 20th, Auburn 22nd, and Missouri is 23rd. Kentucky's next opponent, South Carolina, took a nosedive into those also receiving votes this week. Cats travel to Columbia on Saturday the 27th and will receive a hostile greeting. We'll have all the action for you a week from Saturday for UK at USC on Z105. In baseball, Philadelphia has clinched the National League East. Phillies beat the Dodgers in L.A. last night 6-5 in 10 innings. Cincinnati kept its scant playoff hopes alive with an 11-6 win at St. Louis. Cubs blanked the Pirates 4-0. The Twins shut out the Yankees 7-0. It was the Braves 11, Nationals 3, Astros 6, Rangers 3, Blue Jays 2, Rays 1 in 11 innings, Orioles 4, White Sox 1, and the Diamondbacks 8, Giants 1. In the NFL last night, Tampa Bay scored the go-ahead game-winning touchdown with 6 seconds to go to drop Houston 20-19. The Texans are now 0-2. The L.A. Chargers beat the Raiders in Las Vegas 20-9. The Chargers and Bucks are now 2-0, while the Raiders fall to 1-1. Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow will have surgery to repair his turf toe injury. He also had some torn ligaments. Burrow will be sidelined a minimum of 3 months. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
So you want to be a recycling hero in Danville with curbside pickup or impress the fine folks at Boyle County Recycling Center? Pay attention, because it's a little more than just breathing air and tossing your stuff in the bin. Only plastics marked with numbers 1 and 2 make the cut. Got it? Great. And don't just toss in goo-covered spaghetti jars or soda cans. Rinse those bad boys. Gotta be squeaky clean, shiny happy, bone dry. Bonus tip, this also applies to your metal cans, whether they're steel, tin, or aluminum. Seriously, don't mix in that oil-stained tin foil hat. Got a hoarding problem with cardboard, catalogs, and magazines that rival a library? Set them free to reincarnate. Cereal boxes, office paper, they're all up for this new spiritual paper journey. And listen up, confetti enthusiasts, bag that shredded paper. Sorry, folks. Glass is not welcome to the recyclables party, but hey, give yourself a high five for recycling right.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
In Kentucky, we know the unexpected can strike at any moment, whether it's a tornado, flood, or severe storm. Being prepared could save lives. That's why it's vital to have an emergency plan. Know where your local shelter is. Keep an emergency kit with essentials like water, food, and medicine, and make sure your family has a communication plan in place. Boyle County, we're stronger when we are prepared. For more information on how to get ready, visit Boyle County Health Department's Division of Emergency Preparedness online at boylehealth.com. Stay safe, stay ready. This message was brought to you by your friends at the Boyle County Health Department.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by
Rainley Joe. It's coming your way courtesy of Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair, head to the mechanics over at Dabs. Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay. Get a free estimate, and they work with your insurance company, fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, and paintless tint repair. Danville Auto Body Shop. It's sunshine on this Tuesday. A high today of 90 and a low tonight of 58. Sunshine tomorrow, 87 is the high. On Thursday, sunny and 89. Friday, sunshine and 91. Right now, it's 7:50 in the morning, 62 degrees here in Danville. So glad you're on the show. 859-238-WHIR is your phone number to call in this morning. 238-9447 to be a part of the show this morning. Elon Musk recently purchased $1 billion worth of his own stock, Tesla stock, on the heels of his proposed $1 trillion payday. Well, check out this ad for Elon Musk Financial Advisors.
Hello, it is Elon Musk. Want to make a lot of money just like I do? Then you need the Elon Musk Financial Advisors. Yes, I'll tell you how to invest your money and make the most money out of anybody with money.
Okay, which stocks should I invest in?
You simply invest in the stocks of your own companies, then you buy back those stocks with the money you're paying yourself through your company.
But what if I don't have a company to pay myself from?
Easy. You purchase a company with the money you earn from your stock buybacks from the company with the earnings of the salary of the company, profits of the company.
Can you explain this in English? What if I don't have a company?
Ha ha ha.
That's not an answer.
Elon Musk Financial Advisors. Call now for your free consultation, which actually isn't free.
Your free consultation, which actually isn't free. Hey, every Tuesday here on the show, we announce the winner of our Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken Dinner giveaway, and now's the time again. We're going to South 4th Street to deliver chicken this week as McClure & Bailey, your hometown team, has won Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in the Lunch in the Office promotion. Now, this is how this works. Send us a letter on why you and 19 of your closest co-workers and soon-to-be close friends deserve up to 20 two-piece chicken dinners from Lee's Famous Recipe. That's 2 pieces of chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, coleslaw, and a biscuit. And if you're lucky enough, we may pick you. The creative the letter, the better. And we'll deliver chicken to your workplace Wednesday throughout the months of September and October. It's one winner a week, and this week's winner, McClure & Bailey. Again, your hometown team. They give you home court advantage. They know what's important to people of Boyle County because they are people from Boyle County. It's McClure & Bailey on South 4th Street, winners of this week's Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken giveaway. Way to go! All right, we're heading out west, seeing what's going on with our friends out in Hollywood. The showbiz segment, Celebrity News. Those people so rich and famous, they are disassociated with reality. A good rule of thumb, if a celebrity does it, says it, or thinks it, you should do, say, and think the opposite. Here we go, the showbiz segment. All right, Sofia Vergara was supposed to present at the Emmys on Sunday evening, but ended up in an ER instead for an eye allergy. She shared a post which included a photo of her swollen left eye and a video of her rinsing her eye out in the hospital sink. Quote, "Sorry, I had to cancel. Craziest eye allergy right before getting in the car." She wasn't the only presenter that couldn't make it. Eric Dane was supposed to reunite with Grey's Anatomy co-star Jesse Williams. There's no word why he couldn't make it. He did, however, share his ALS diagnosis last April. Hulk Hogan's ex-wife Linda slammed the Television Academy for leaving Hulk Hogan out of the In Memoriam segment at the Emmys. She thinks it was intentional because of the support he had for President Donald Trump. Quote, "I can't prove that. It's just a guess, but they should have named him." And WWF at the top of the hour when he came on to wrestle, Hulk had the highest ratings on NBC, beating out all other competition for that time slot for years. I really can't tell you why they left him out, just a guess considering the way he has treated his last appearance in LA. She's talking about the time Hogan was practically booed out of the building on Monday Night Raw back in January. Hulk's name does appear in the online version of the segment, which is just a scroll of names. Other stars left out include King of the Hill voice actor Jonathan Joss, What's Happening star Danielle Spencer, The Sopranos' Jerry Adler, and Alice, Polly Holiday from Alice. Gene Hackman, Val Kilmer, Tony Todd were also left out, but it's probably because they're known more for movies than they were for television. Hey, when Elton John had double knee replacement surgery, he had a special request for his surgeon to keep his kneecaps to turn them into jewelry. Well, his jewelry designer, quote, "baked them in. We had to bake them to dry them out. Then they get raw like pumice stone. They're very porous, so we had to paint them with acetate and then just polish them up." Elton's right kneecap was turned into a gold-plated necklace that looks like an old artifact from Egypt. It has an engraved phrase in Latin on the back that translates to, quote, "I will no longer bow to any man." His left kneecap was smaller, so it was just turned into a gold brooch. Elton John had his old kneecaps baked into jewelry. Hulk Hogan's ex-wife thinks he was left out of the Emmys in memoriam for political reasons. And Sofia Vergara missed the Emmys because of a crazy eye allergy. That's what's going on with the weirdo celebrities out west in Hollywood. There you go. Hey, let's go to Melton's Deli in Danville, grab a sandwich for lunch a little bit later on this afternoon, and we'll go with the Country Jack Club. It's number 2 on the Melton's Deli menu. Pinn's finest baked country ham, smoked turkey, mild cheddar, spicy pepper jack, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise on your choice of white, wheat, or rye bread. It's number 2 on the Melton's Deli menu. 247 East Main, 995 Ben Ally Drive. Tell him you heard him this morning on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. It's 7:56 in the morning and 62 degrees here in Danville. A little Missy Elliott for you since we talked about her about 15 minutes ago.
Come on, is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Step into Papa's Quick Stop number 7 across from the Boyle County Fairgrounds and discover the enchanting world of Candleberry candles in the huge Candleberry corner. Refresh your world with an array of fresh cargo scents for your car for just $1.99. Tantalizing tarts, $7.99. Delightful room sprays for $9.50. Small jars are $14.99. Large jars, $25.99. Grand candy jars for $89.99. And a large selection of cookie jars for that special someone at $159.99. Visit Papa's Quick Stop number 7 across the Boyle County Fairgrounds on the bypass for an exhilarating experience like no other.
The All-American Circus this Monday and Tuesday. Gates open at 6 for our exciting kids zone. Camel rides, unicorn selfies, face painting, and tasty circus snacks. Be awed by the ringmaster, sparkling showgirls, Shiny the Crown, King Kong, a juggling family purring, daredevils, mesmerizing acrobats, and dancing dogs. Experience the heart-pounding family fun All-American Circus. Follow the signs at Millennium Park to the show barn. Monday and Tuesday in Danville.
Listen to WHIR online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky, WIMAX.com.
Hey, it's 7:58 in the morning. I am so glad you're on the Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. What about a world without glasses? Could be coming in the near future. Doctors have reportedly developed special eye drops for people with long-sightedness that they say could replace the need for reading glasses or surgery in the future. You wouldn't have to be constantly lubricating your eyes or anything like that, or even dropping the solution right before reading. It could be as simple as using them twice a day. Now, the idea is that this could be more convenient than carrying around your glasses, a lot less invasive than surgery. So kind of that good middle ground. If you care, here's how this is going to work. The drops contain pilocarpine, a drug that constricts the pupils and contracts the muscles that controls the shape of the eye's lens to enable focus on objects at different distances, as well as a drug called diclofenac, a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug that reduces inflammation. Now, it's unclear when they may become widely available. This is not the first time that scientists have used eye drops to address eyesight. In 2023, researchers at Ohio State University worked on special eye drops that could prevent or delay nearsightedness, so kids might not get corrective lenses so early. And in 2021, Voity eye drops hit the market. Those drops claimed that they could replace eyeglasses for people who have trouble seeing close up. So we'll see how this works out. Eye drops to replace eyeglasses, that's what doctors are hoping. 8 o'clock in the morning, top hour news is now.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WIMAX.
It's 8 o'clock. NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Charlie Kirk's accused killer has a court hearing today. 22-year-old Tyler Robinson is expected to be arraigned on state murder charges in Provo, Utah. He's also expected to be charged federally at some point. Robinson is accused of shooting and killing Kirk while the conservative activist was speaking at an outdoor Turning Point event at Utah Valley University last week in Orem, Utah. Also happening today, FBI Director Kash Patel will be questioned by lawmakers on Capitol Hill as his leadership of the agency is reportedly under fire over the Kirk investigation. President Trump is sending the National Guard into Memphis in an attempt to help the crime problem. More from Mark Mayfield.
Speaking on Monday from the Oval Office, Trump said it will be exactly like the recent operation in Washington, D.C. He said the Guard will be joined by agents from the FBI and other federal officers. Tennessee Republican Governor Bill Lee was in attendance at the White House to back the plan. The president again said he's thinking about establishing a similar operation in Chicago.
The man accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson will be in a lower Manhattan courtroom today related to state charges that he faces. Scott Pringle with more.
Lawyers for Luigi Mangione are expected to ask a judge to have his state murder charges thrown out because the lawyers feel it's double jeopardy with Mangione also charged federally in the same case. His lawyers are also looking for more time to try and decide if they want to show evidence to use a psychiatric defense. Meanwhile, prosecutors recently filed a new claim alleging Mangioni's actions have inspired others to commit violence.
A deal to save TikTok in the U.S. is apparently almost done. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent confirmed there is a framework for a TikTok deal after trade talks between China and the U.S. took place in Madrid. TikTok's China-based owner, ByteDance, had been given until Wednesday to sell the popular social media app or have it possibly banned in the U.S. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Hard to provide a better life for your family. The only problem is that you now have a tax bill that you can't afford to pay. The IRS is now threatening to garnish your wages and put a levy on your bank account. You can't ignore the IRS. They won't go away on their own. You need help, and you need it now. Call the Tax Pros at United Tax Fix today. Call 800-762-2768. That's 800-762-2768.
Want to connect your business with thousands of engaged local consumers in one unforgettable evening? Join us at Wine on the River Louisville on October 11th at the Belvedere, a premier tasting event where wine, food, music, and community come together. As a vendor or sponsor, you'll gain valuable exposure, build brand awareness, and create lasting impressions with a crowd that loves to support local. Ready to pour into something big? Visit wineontheriverlou.com to inquire today. That's wineontheriverlou.com.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul gathered with elected leaders in Albany Monday, standing against political violence in all its forms following the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Hochul says it's time for a cooling of the political climate in the United States.
But it's really gotten to a point where we've really seen enough. How much more can this country endure? We need to listen a lot more, respect differences of opinion.
The group focused on political rhetoric, saying while Republicans and Democrats can debate their differences, they can do so without demeaning one another. Hochul says the messaging is necessary as recent surveys found over 26% of Americans, or over 68 million people, believe violence is justified to advance political objectives. The headliners for the 2026 Coachella Music Festival have been announced. Daniel Martindale reports.
Sabrina Carpenter, Justin Bieber, and Karol G will be the main acts. Other acts include Cat's Eye, The Strokes, Addison Rae, Young Thug, Major Lazer, David Byrne, and Teddy Swims. The festival takes place at the Empire Polo Club in Indio on back-to-back weekends in April. This is an early announcement, as the lineup usually isn't announced until later in the year. Last year, it was announced in November. Passes for Coachella go on sale on Friday morning. I'm Daniel Martindale.
California no longer holds a top spot for the most expensive gas. Tammy Trujillo explains.
Washington state now has the highest gas prices in the nation at an average of $4.66 a gallon. That surpasses California by 2 cents. A recent increase in the carbon emissions tax in Washington has added 6 cents to gas prices, leading some to blame the rule for the hike. State officials attribute the rise to a national trend. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
Serena and Venus Williams are teaming up once again, this time off the tennis court. The sisters will launch their podcast, Stockton Street, Wednesday on X. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
The All-American Circus, this Monday and Tuesday. Gates open at 6 for exciting kids zone, camel rides, unicorn selfies, face painting, and tasty circus snacks. Be awed by the ringmaster, sparkling showgirls, Shiny the Crown, King Kong, a juggling family, purring daredevils, mesmerizing acrobats, and dancing dogs. Experience the heart-pounding family fun All-American Circus. Follow the signs at Millennium Park to the show barn, Monday and Tuesday in Danville.
Well, good morning to you. It's Tuesday. It's the 16th day of September. It's a day where we get sunshine. We're in the low 90s as a high. Forecast is coming your way. News comes up here now. Then we're talking with the Boyle County Public Library right after this.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
The Danville-Boyle County Planning and Zoning Commission will meet next week, but tomorrow is the deadline for public comments ahead of the discussion of the 2025 Comprehensive Plan. You can review that plan right now, and while it's not been formally adopted, you are encouraged to explore the plan and share thoughts before that final adoption. You can review that plan on the City of Danville website. It's danvilleky.org. Again, the deadline for public comment is tomorrow. The Garrett Central Records reporting the Lancaster City Council has lifted the reserve in the City Hall building. That's a key move in the potential sale of that building, which the record says has attracted significant interest with bids reaching reportedly around $66,000. Mayor Michael Gaffney said that he doesn't believe the city or government should be a leaser of the building and that the move is a part of a strategy to improve efficiency and align the city's facilities with current administrative needs. The Harrisburg City Commission has approved street closures for the upcoming homecoming parade on Sunday. The Harrisburg Herald reports that the Mercer County Senior High School homecoming parade will take place Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, beginning in Harrisburg High School, then marching down Lexington Street, turning onto Main to East Office, continuing down Greenville Street to Lexington, then back to the high school. The street closures will begin Saturday at 1:45, with the parade starting at 2 o'clock. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Catch the best of Sean Hannity, Saturday mornings 10 to 1 on WHIR.
Got pain? Curamin is your safe, effective answer. Curamin from Terry Naturally doesn't just mask pain. It gets to the source and stops it. Get results or your money back. Got pain? Get Curamin.
On sale now at 25% off, only at the Danville Nutrition Center. We are located at 802 South 4th Street in Danville.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA, and this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Curamin is for the use of occasional muscle pain due to exercise or overuse.
Do you set a good safety example for your child on the farm? Your child will respond to your concern for safety if they see you practicing safety in your daily routine. Always follow the one seat, one rider rule by not allowing any extra riders. Stop equipment when a non-working person approaches. Follow all equipment safety instructions and remember to reinforce safety rules. These simple acts will help ensure your child is aware that safety comes first on the farm.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Rayleigh, brought to you by the Little Sign Shop. Need a sign, a banner, or a decal fast? The owners and operators have got you covered at the Little Sign Shop, doing full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and they offer logo design in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them, 859-238-7391. Partly sunny, 90 is your high. Low tonight, 58. Tomorrow, sunshine and 87. Thursday, sunshine and 90. And on Football Friday, sunshine and 91. Right now, it's 8:10 in the morning, right on the nose. And we head to the Boyle County Public Library, and I believe talking with Mike Marcy. Is this Mike?
This is. Good morning, Joe.
Hey, what's going on with Mike Marcy this morning?
Really appreciate it if your children could work some rain into this weather forecast.
Yes.
So wash some of these allergens out of the air. They are kicking my butt right now.
It is, yeah. We finally got some rain. I guess it was last week or 2 weeks. I don't know when it was. 2 weeks ago, last week, and I felt like it dampened some of the allergies down. But now it's dry, it's hot again, and dust is just kicking up in the air. Yeah, it's a serious problem. Got to work some rain in here. Yeah. Hey, Mike, what's going on this week at the library? What do you got planned for us?
Well, we're busy, and the good news is everything's indoors, where we've got air conditioning and no troubles with the pollen flying through the air here. So, wanted to talk a little bit about the Friends of the Library, which is a wonderful volunteer group that raises a lot of money for our library programs to supplement our programs and services. They raise most of the money that we use in the summer reading program, which I know is a personal favorite of yours, and they are always on the look for new members. They are like I said, volunteer organization. That really helps the library out a lot, and they have a program coming up this week on Thursday afternoon, 4 o'clock. They have an author talk with Mike Holdren, who has written a book on Harrington Lake. He lives on the lake. He has been around Harrington Lake just about all his life, and he's written a book on Harrington Lake. So he'll be talking to the group and to anyone interested who might be a prospective member of the group from 4 to 5:30. They'll also be serving refreshments at that too. So some folks from the Friends would be happy to talk to you about that organization there.
Great.
Also, we've got this week our Super Creative Club this afternoon at 3:30, and our Super Gaming Guild on Thursday at 3:30. Those are what makes them super. They're just a little bit bigger, better things than the typical Creative Club and Gaming Club meetings. The Creative Club will be making their own ceramic pumpkins, very seasonal activity, and then those will be fired in a kiln that they can take home later. The Gaming Guild has a theme this week, Fall Farm Fest, some games related to that they'll be playing. Coming up on Saturday morning, we have a special Saturday story time. Might be hard for folks to get to some of our regular story time schedules through the week, so we do a Saturday story time periodically through the fall. That'll be at 11 o'clock on Saturday. Then next Tuesday, let's look 1 week from today, our Caring for Personal Collections series at the Story Center. They just marked their first anniversary this weekend at the festival, and they're rolling right along at the Story Center. That's a good program. Tells you how to take care of and preserve those things that you have that you want to last for many more generations in your family. Next week at 4 o'clock, they'll focus on audiovisual materials. Think films, videotapes, Super 8s, all things like that. And then also on Tuesday the 23rd, a brand new program series called Just Try It, which is exactly what it sounds. If you'd like to try something, but maybe without maybe without the investment in money or whatever, this is sort of a one-off opportunity for you to try an activity, and the activity on the 23rd is kickboxing. The Danville Martial Arts Academy folks will be here to introduce kickboxing to you.
You don't oftentimes, Mike, think about walking to the library and seeing people kick each other.
You don't see that very often, but it will be happening that evening.
Love it. You all always expand and broaden the horizon, and I love it. You all do so many neat activities. I did have someone last week, Mike, text me, one of our loyal listeners, and say they went to the Kyle Macy event and had a great time at that last Thursday.
Yeah, I was there. I think everyone did have a great time at that event. I think Kyle enjoyed it too because he sold quite a few books. Of course, the stories were wonderful. He's a very good storyteller. The stories he shared with the audience were just terrific, and he signed every book and posed for every photo that people wanted.
Love it. Good stuff. Mike Marcy with the Boyle County Public Library. Mike, if people have any questions, how can they get in touch with you?
They can find us at 238-READ or online at boylepublib.org or on Facebook, Boyle County Public Library.
There you go. And again, keep up with the events and activities. There's so much that goes on. There's no way we could even touch on all of them on this specific segment. So Boyle County Public Library on Facebook, boylepublib.org, you said?
Yeah, org.
.org online, and check out the calendar of events. Mike, appreciate you being on and the great work you do. We'll talk to you later, okay?
All right. See you soon, Joe.
Bye. That's Mike Marcy, also affectionately known as the Marcinator from the Boyle County Public Library. Let's see what's going on in this morning's Sort of Sports Report, starting off in Major League Baseball, where we're now just 2 weeks away from the start of the Major League Baseball postseason. While there's still plenty of baseball left, many are already thinking about the playoffs. 19 players, executives, and scouts were asked about the contenders. And here's how the responses played out. The National League team to beat, the Milwaukee Brewers, got 7 votes. The American League team to beat, the Blue Jays, got 6 votes. So if those votes come to fruition, it'd be Brewers versus Blue Jays in the World Series. That seems like a kind of a boring World Series, but sometimes you need those small market teams. Toronto and Milwaukee in a World Series. The October sleeper pick was unanimous. That was the Seattle Mariners. Hey, the great green adult toy trend of 2025 once again showed itself in not one but 3 of Sunday's NFL games. The first silicone phallus was flung after a touchdown was scored in the Jaguars-Bengals matchup. Then came another one near the end zone as the Jets were attempting to score against the Bills, though admittedly that one wasn't green. And after that, the Bears-Lions game featured yet another one, this time back to green. Not for nothing, but this trend is spectacularly stupid. If someone's going to spend $30 to $60 on these things, it stands to reason that they'd be hoping for more interesting uses than throwing them on a football field. And the sort of sport sounds. Here's the game-winning touchdown call as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Texans 20-19 on the Rachaad White rushing touchdown.
Hot in motion. They are going to run it. And no signal yet. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rachaad White on top with 6 seconds to go.
And here's the call as the Chargers beat the Raiders 20-9 in this interception of the end zone by Dante Jackson.
3rd and 15. Pressure again down the middle. End zone shot. Karam and intercepted. Off the Karam. Trying to find Myers in traffic. And picked up by Dante Jackson.
Yeah, that's Chris Fowler announcing that game. People had talked about how they felt like Chris Fowler sounded sick. I watched part of the game, but I had it turned down because Rebecca was sleeping when I was watching part of the game, so I didn't hear it, but he certainly does sound like he's sick doing that play-by-play call there. Chargers beat the Raiders, Buccaneers beat the Texans, and you get the Big Daddy Sports with Steve Bertram. Randyisms is next.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Ohio State and Penn State remain the 1-2 teams in college football, according to the AP Top 25 this week. The SEC has dropped down to 11 schools that are ranked this week, including 4 in the top 10, LSU at number 3, Georgia 5th, Texas 8th, and Texas A&M 10th. Oklahoma's 11th, Ole Miss 13th, Alabama 14th, Tennessee 15th, Vanderbilt 20th, Auburn 22nd, and Missouri is 23rd. Kentucky's next opponent, South Carolina, took a nosedive into those also receiving votes this week. Cats travel to Columbia on Saturday the 27th and will receive a hostile greeting. We'll have all the action for you a week from Saturday for UK at USC on Z105. In baseball, Philadelphia has clinched the National League East. Phillies beat the Dodgers in L.A. last night 6-5 in 10 innings. Cincinnati kept its scant playoff hopes alive with an 11-6 win at St. Louis. Cubs blanked the Pirates 4-0. The Twins shut out the Yankees 7-0. It was the Braves 11, Nationals 3, Astros 6, Rangers 3, Blue Jays 2, Rays 1 in 11 innings, Orioles 4, White Sox 1, and the Diamondbacks 8, Giants 1. In the NFL last night, Tampa Bay scored the go-ahead game-winning touchdown with 6 seconds to go to drop Houston 20-19. The Texans are now 0-2. The LA Chargers beat the Raiders in Las Vegas 20-9. The Chargers and Bucks are now 2-0 while the Raiders fall to 1-1. Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow will have surgery to repair his turf toe injury. He also had some torn ligaments. Burrow will be sidelined a minimum of 3 months. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
I'm Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly Bottom. The Boyle County EMS Crisis Response Unit is here to help, whether you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or just need to talk to someone. Our team is trained, compassionate, and ready to respond. Call the Boyle County EMS Crisis Response Unit today, 238-1134, because your mental health matters.
Boyle County EMS, every second counts, every life matters.
Introducing Pizza Hut's new Crafted Flats. 5 handcrafted recipes for mature appetites only. We've censored this commercial to prevent children from hearing about the grown-up flavors, including the ultimate, loaded with and peppers. And for limited time, the Nashville Hot, stacked with crispy chicken. And the Chicken Bacon Ranch, topped with bacon and drizzled with fresh. Order all 5 crafted flats for $5 each till 5 p.m. and available till close. No one out-pizzas the Hut. $5 pricing available until 5 p.m. only. Prices may vary after 5 p.m. Additional charge for extra toppings and cheese. Product availability, prices, and participation vary. Taxes, tip, and delivery fees not included.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
Thank you, Rayleigh. It's brought to you by The Little Sign Shop and Big Deals at HometownLive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts. Up to 50% every day. The Big Deals online store. It's at hometownlive.net. Sunshine, 90 is your high. Tomorrow, sunshine and 87 is your high. Right now, it's 63 degrees, and here's Randy.
Good morning, Sir Joe in the Know, and what another great day it is to get up and get at 'em. Well, Joe, I noticed a little Gideon Bible yesterday morning in the center of the kitchen table as I was having my coffee, and it got me thinking of all things about some of the cultural rot we are now witnessing, exampled recently with the murder of school children by a transgender kook, the murder on social media of a young Ukrainian refugee woman by a knife-wielding racist thug, and then, of course, last Wednesday, assassination of conservative college campus leader and icon Charlie Kirk. Which brings to mind the often-spoken word that something is wrong in America. And although many factors can be attributed to this rot, there is one that shines, or should say stands out above the rest. And why, when seeing that small New Testament Gideon Bible, the solution to the problem morphed into one simple answer. As goes the schools, so goes the nation. It only takes one generation. Abraham Lincoln said it better. The philosophy of education in one generation will be the philosophy of government in the next. But we are both wrong. It took 2 generations. Yes, if the study of math and sciences will give America a technological edge in the future, it'll be the study of history that'll keep that future free. You know, Joe, this little orange New Testament Bible brought me back to the time when the Gideon organization, a group of business people, would come to our elementary schools and hand out these little Bibles to the classroom, something they probably don't allow today. But that's why I was pleased to see that, although it was not in the classroom, the Gideon organization and was out in front of my granddaughter's school handing these little orange Bibles out to all who wanted one on their orientation day. Of course, as I remember my youth, the color was green. Interesting how your mind recalls such memories. Now, it wasn't so surprising to me to see the Gideons in the Somerset community at the school, because Somerset is, for all practical purposes, a conservative community, which most of the voting public would approve of such, however, much contrary to what it would be like in most liberal-minded communities and school boards. Why it's interesting that such a little thing as the Gideon Bible holds the answer to our cultural problems, because the words within it loom large and powerful. You know, Joe, in the 1960s, it was common to see the 10 Commandments in school, as well as in government institutions, being only natural, not because it's just a religious book, but it's also a history book, from which the Judeo-Christian teachings were establishments of our government, something liberal Looney Tunes of the day try to ignore or perhaps don't even know or care. But you know, Joe, back then it was not uncommon for prayer before going to lunch. I still remember while living in Georgetown, Kentucky, in Miss Redding's 3rd grade class, being taught a song we sung attributed to Johnny Appleseed, who, after Miss Redding reading us that story, who went around the areas of the country planting apple tree gardens. And him being a Christian, in the wisdom of our 3rd grade teacher, she taught us a song. And I bet my former 3rd grade classmate and retired Boyle County Parks and Recreation Director John Drake could sing that little song of prayer that we would always sing before going to lunch. The Lord is good to me, and so I thank the Lord for giving me the things I need, sun and rain and the apple seed. The Lord is good to me. Amen. And then we go to lunch. Yeah, a different time, a better time when it came to the education of our children. Now, how do I remember something that I haven't sung in 61 years? Because whatever persistently and consistently goes into the mind in time will find residence in the heart. Yes, repetition is the mother of learning and the father of knowledge. I remember in the 6th grade in Jane Height Elementary in Middletown, Kentucky, a small community on the outskirts of Louisville, we had the 10 Commandments on the wall to our right where we would line up to go to lunch. And as we waited there, we would read those commandments. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Remember the Sabbath day, and to keep it holy. And one of the ones that stuck out the most was the 6th that's read, Thou shalt not kill, because of its finality to a young mind. And some might say, well, that seems such a little thing. But just like life, so often it's little things that make the difference. Because you know what we didn't see back then? Yeah, school shootings by students. And common sense tells me it has something to do with those 10 commandments being displayed, which we would see daily in the public schools and institutions. And yes, those little Gideon Bibles we would receive. Did you know in the 1960s the biggest problem in the schools was smoking cigarettes, now replaced with a more sinister element? Yeah, where the Spirit of the Lord is, there's liberty. I mean, it was ingrained culturally within our society. As the Bible also reads, teaching children daily in the temple, talking a strong argument for private Christian-based schools. But back then, you didn't see as many private schools because there wasn't any need for them. Parents didn't have to worry about such garbage or dudes who pretend to be dudettes being able to use the same bathroom as our daughters and granddaughters. Yeah, back then, they were educators and not indoctrinators and more interested in education instead of indoctrination. But now, after 2 generations, the educators coming out of school today to teach our young children have been indoctrinated as well and found its way into our curriculum, albeit not all, and I'd say most educators do not follow the slide towards Gomorrah we witness today in many of our educational institutions. But with the removal of such things as the 10 Commandments of which our country and Constitution was founded upon, we are going to have what we are witnessing today. Yes, school shootings and worse. As goes the school, so goes the nation. It only takes 2 generations. And with internet and social media that young minds have a hard time understanding and discerning through sites such as Discord and Reddit, did you know that through a software program we've learned that over 60,000 separate individuals have made comments on social media supporting the assassination of Charlie Kirk? I bet many who would ever actually witness what Charlie Kirk believed in and said would be ashamed of their words or position, instead of following the example of monkey see, monkey do. And why not surprising to learn that assassin suspect Tyler Robinson was in a romantic relationship with a dude transitioning into being a dudette. And there was social media chatter that pre-warned others to watch for something happening to Charles Kirk the day of his murder. And although this Antifa assassin was an intelligent individual, we know at least he was not well educated in history, albeit perhaps indoctrinated, because after inscribing messages on cartridges, one message reading, "Hey, fascists, catch this," he chose to use, of all things, an old bolt-action Mauser, a German-built rifle used by fascists in World War II, talking poetic justice, defining the uneducated lunacy of the Antifa mentality. But indoctrination over education. Did you know a school board member in Virginia was fired for saying on social media that Kirk should have died? But heck, a 5th grade teacher showed the full video of the assassination to his students, telling them it was good that he was assassinated. And at the University of Tennessee, a professor was fired for sharing the same ideology. As goes the school, so goes the nation. Which brings me back to another place in time in that little Gideon Bible, and why its teachings hold the key and solution to America's problems. Because this is more than just a battle of a right-left ideology, or Republican versus Democrat. No, it is not even a physical battle of seen personalities, but an unseen battle of spiritual principalities. Yes, the battle of good and evil. As goes the schools, so goes the nation.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
More information shared in the case against now former UK student Laken Snelling, the woman charged in the death of her baby. The person who called 911 told dispatchers the baby in question was cold to the touch. Their identity was redacted in the records requested from the Lexington Herald Leader. So far, the coroner's office has only confirmed the baby was a boy, but further testing needs to happen to find the cause of death and gestational age. Snelling is due back in court next Thursday. Meantime, human remains in a vehicle found in the Ohio River could be linked to a 19-year-old cold case. Here's John Shannon.
A scuba diver found the vehicle and called authorities around 10 a.m. Friday near a boat ramp off Dyke Lane in Morganfield. Now family members of James Michael Mills, missing since 2006, say the van pulled from the water is similar to the description given for the one Mills drove. Kelly Farmer, Mills' cousin, spoke with WKYT.
The door, the blue door on it, where it was,
it was so close to where he went, where he supposedly went missing.
Farmer says if the remains are confirmed to be him, it'll bring the family a sense of relief. The remains have been sent to the medical examiner for identification and further analysis. I'm John Shannon.
More turmoil in London as City Attorney Larry Bryson is ousted from his position last night after the impeachment of former Mayor Randall Weddle. Mayor Tracy Hanley reportedly asked Bryson to provide a comprehensive update on all legal projects, with research included, but only provided active cases. Hanley stated deficiency will be seen as nothing less than insubordination and inappropriate conduct towards their client, following up with immediately terminating Bryson. In a Facebook post, Weddle called the firing the result of personal feelings. The former mayor still looks to appeal his impeachment. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Brightleaf Golf Resort invites local golfers to come out and enjoy golf. Monday through Thursday, play with cart for just $45. Friday through Sunday is $50. Try our par 3 at night. And when you're hungry, swing by the 19th Hole Restaurant. Brightleaf Golf Resort in Harrodsburg.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
The Danville Boyle County Planning and Zoning Commission will meet next week, but tomorrow is the deadline for public comments ahead of the discussion of the 2025 Comprehensive Plan. You can review that plan right now, and while it's not been formally adopted, you are encouraged to explore the plan and share thoughts before that final adoption. You can review that plan on the City of Danville website. It's danvilleky.org. Again, the deadline for public comment is tomorrow. The Garrett Central Records reporting the Lancaster City Council has lifted the reserve in the City Hall building. That's a key move in the potential sale of that building, which the record says has attracted significant interest, with bids reaching reportedly around $66,000. Mayor Michael Gaffney said that he doesn't believe the city or government should be a leaser of the building, and that the move is a part of a strategy to improve efficiency and align the city's facilities with current administrative needs. The Harrisburg City Commission has approved street closures for the upcoming homecoming parade on Sunday. The Harrisburg Herald reports that the Mercer County Senior High School homecoming parade will take place Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, beginning in Harrisburg High School, then marching down Lexington Street, turning onto Main to East Office, continuing down Greenville Street to Lexington, then back to the high school. The street closures will begin Saturday at 1:45, with the parade starting at 2 o'clock. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Step into Papa's Quick Stop number 7 across from the Boyle County Fairgrounds and discover the enchanting world of Candleberry candles in the huge Candleberry Corner. Refresh your world with an array of fresh cargo scents for your car for just $1.99. Tantalizing tarts, $7.99. Delightful room sprays for $9.50. Small jars are $14.99. Large jars, $25.99. Grand candy jars for $89.99. And a large selection of cookie jars for that special someone at $159.99. Visit Papa's Quick Stop number 7 across the Boyle County Fairgrounds on the bypass for an exhilarating experience like no other.
My name is Chase Harrington, and I'm from Nicholsville, Kentucky. I've been singing for about 7 years. When I got into performance, I came to Studio G. I've been learning how to look good on stage, how to bring out my voice more in the songs that I sing, how to get confidence. I hear an immense difference in my voice compared to when I started coming here.
Studio G is the performing arts place. To learn more, call 859-734-4394. Studio G. The G stands for growth.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Rayleigh, it's coming your way courtesy of Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you by calling Mark or Chris. For a free quote, 859-236-6686. Sunshine, a high today of 90, a low tonight 58. Sunshine and 87 tomorrow, Thursday, sunny and 90. Friday, sunny and 91. It's 8:36 in the morning. It's 63 degrees. Tuesday, the 16th day of the month of September. Pimmy, what you got going on with you this morning? Wedding Planning with Pim.
Hi, I'm Pim the Stewart Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. Once upon a time, there were Jeff and Lori. They were so in love. During their engagement, Jeff found himself on the wedding planning sidelines, while Lori and her mother planned a royal wedding, the wedding Lori had always dreamed of. Jeff had little to say and did as he was told. He booked the 3-week honeymoon to the Hawaiian Islands Lori and her mother had planned. She bossed him around, and his friends didn't like her one little bit. He was beginning to think she cared more for his paycheck than she did for him. He wondered why he had ever thought Lori to be his soulmate, but Jeff thought it was too late to back out. When he woke up on his wedding day, soaked with sweat, and remembered his dream of Lori turning into a bulldozer and running him down in the street, he knew he couldn't go through with it. So he didn't. He took the plane tickets, called his best man, and treated him to a trip to Bora Bora. Now, gentlemen, I don't recommend trying this at home. It's extremely dangerous. While he was away, most of his earthly goods were destroyed, and 400 wedding guests think he's a total loser. The bottom line, if you're going to cancel your wedding, give some advance warning. Even if you're justified, leaving your bride at the altar is considered bad form. My love note for today, your wedding should be a happy ending toward your new beginning, not the biggest mistake of your life.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code COOL to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
The Wilderness Trail Distillery Charity Chili Cook-Off is back. This is the event for chili lovers. Come sample all the team's chili recipes, vying to be named the area's best, and vote for your favorite. This is a family-friendly event with free face painting, pumpkin decorating, a visit from the Boyle County Library Bookmobile, and music by DJ Double M. All proceeds benefit the Danville Kiwanis local children and seniors programs. The unlimited tasting tickets are just $10. The Chili Cook-Off is this Saturday from 11:30 to 2, with winners announced at 2:30. Unlimited tasting tickets are available now at Wilderness Trail Distillery or at the Cook-Off. See you at Wilderness Trail Distillery for chili and fun this Saturday in Danville, Lebanon Road.
The Bread of Life Cafe in Casey County, Highway 127, proudly serves several all-you-can-eat buffets. Start out with the lunch buffet, $13.99. Thursday, after 4, seniors 55 and older can experience the buffet for $9.99. Friday after 4, swimming for the seafood buffet, $19.99. Saturday morning breakfast buffet, 7 till 10:30, $10.99. And Saturday after 4, make your way to the evening buffet for $14.99. Feed your tummy and your soul with a visit to the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty and Highway 127. Open till 8, Monday through Thursday night, Friday and Saturday till 9.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
You've heard about speed dating, where groups of singles get together and spend mere seconds getting to know each other.
Hi, my name's Bob. I'm an accountant. I like baseball and cars. My dislikes are selfishness and dogs with little sweaters. Okay, see ya.
Well, then you'll love new speed breakups. Cut those dramatic, drawn-out breakups down to a few seconds.
Honey, I brought you here because this isn't working. You're naggy, clingy, you're losing your looks, and I hate your entire family. I need my freedom. Plus, I've been cheating on you with your best friend, so I don't think we should see each other anymore. Whew, that was easy.
What? Speed breakups will leave your former significant other stunned, appalled, and probably really angry. But it'll leave you in the clear. Everybody wins. Except for them. Their lives will be destroyed. So next time you're ready to cut that lousy lover loose, don't use the long, drawn-out approach.
Honey, we need to talk.
Try speed breakups.
All right, I'm out of here.
Guaranteed to break you up in 30 seconds or less.
There you go. Let's see what's going on in Grub Gab, where you can always just eat it on the Joe Show, the world of food. Here we go. IHOP has just launched its first ever value meal with prices starting at $6 and available from 7 until 10 every day of the week. That's 7 a.m. till 10 p.m. There are 4 new value meals, and here are the deets. The Breakfast Faves combo includes 2 buttermilk pancakes, 2 eggs, and your choice of 2 bacon strips and 2 pork sausage links for $6. The French Toast Faves combo, 1 slice of classic thick and fluffy French toast, 2 eggs, and a choice of 2 bacon strips and 2 sausage links. An omelet with jack and cheddar cheeses, the ham and cheese omelet with 2 buttermilk pancakes for $6. And the house scramble, eggs scrambled with jack and cheddar cheeses and hickory smoked bacon with crispy hash browns, the IHOP value menu. Available now at participating locations nationwide. Hey, it's National Cheeseburger Day. And Burger King is celebrating with free favorite menu items all week long with a $1 or more purchase. Here are a list of the perks that you can grab at your local Burger King. Starting today, a free Cine Minis with a $1 purchase. Tomorrow, free croissantwich, that's a breakfast sandwich, with a $1 purchase. Thursday, free bacon cheeseburger with a $1 purchase. Friday, free Whopper Jr. with a $1 purchase. Saturday, free cheeseburger with a $1 purchase. Sunday, free original chicken sandwich with a $1 purchase. Head to your local Burger King all week to score those deals. And Pillsbury is launching a new snowman-inspired cake mix and frosting with their new Pillsbury Funfetti Melted Snowman Blue and White Vanilla Swirl Cake Mix and Funfetti Melted Snowman Whipped Butter Blue Vanilla Frosting with sprinkles. They'll be hitting store shelves in November and be available until the end of the year. The Pillsbury Funfetti Melted Snowman Blue and White Vanilla Swirl Cake Mix is simple to make at home because all that you need are eggs, oil, and water to make a 13 by 9-inch cake. You can also make rounds or cupcakes if you prefer. And the package includes 2 pouches of the cake mix in blue and white colors to end up with swirl. The Pillsbury Melted Snowman Whipped Blue Vanilla Frosting with sprinkles is perfect to top off your cake with plenty of sprinkles. Some fans were hoping the cake would come in another flavor other than vanilla, but you can always customize yours with additional, like peppermint, almond extract, or whatever it may be. Pillsbury launches snowman-inspired cake mix and frosting. Burger King is giving away free menu favorites this week, and IHOP launches its first ever value menu. Grub Gab, you can always just eat it. It's 8:45 in the morning, and we're going to see what's gone on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history coming your way next on The Joe Show.
The guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, president of Leaf Filter, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Ohio State and Penn State remain the 1-2 teams in college football, according to the AP Top 25 this week. The SEC has dropped down to 11 schools that are ranked this week, including 4 in the top 10, LSU at number 3, Georgia 5th, Texas 8th, and Texas A&M 10th. Oklahoma's 11th, Ole Miss 13th, Alabama 14th, Tennessee 15th, Vanderbilt 20th, Auburn 22nd, and Missouri is 23rd. Kentucky's next opponent, South Carolina, took a nosedive into those also receiving votes this week. Cats traveled to Columbia on Saturday the 27th and will receive a hostile greeting. We'll have all the action for you a week from Saturday for UK at USC on Z105. In baseball, Philadelphia has clinched the National League East. Phillies beat the Dodgers in L.A. last night 6-5 in 10 innings. Cincinnati kept its scant playoff hopes alive with an 11-6 win at St. Louis. Cubs blanked the Pirates 4-0. The Twins shut out the Yankees 7-0. It was the Braves 11, Nationals 3, Astros 6, Rangers 3, Blue Jays 2, Rays 1 in 11 innings, Orioles 4, White Sox 1, and the Diamondbacks 8, Giants 1. In the NFL last night, Tampa Bay scored the go-ahead game-winning touchdown with 6 seconds to go to drop Houston 20-19. The Texans are now 0-2. The LA Chargers beat the Raiders in Las Vegas 20-9. The Chargers and Bucks are now 2-0 while the Raiders fall to 1-1. Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow will have surgery to repair his turf toe injury. He also had some torn ligaments. Burrow will be sidelined a minimum of 3 months. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Alan Martin, branch manager at Community Trust Bank. Community Trust Bank has supported communities that we call home since 1903. With locations in Boyle and Mercer counties, Community Trust Bank is a full-service bank dedicated to helping you meet your lending needs and financial goals. Please stop by and see me at our Danville main office located at 462 West Main Street. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loans subject to credit approval.
Local high school football at Hometown Radio Network.
This is Gary True, voice of the Mercer County Football Titans. Listen to every game on WHBN.
This is Scott Bowen, voice of the Garrett County Golden Lions. Hear the games on Z105.
This is Gunnar Floyd, voice of the Danville Admirals. Listen to every Danville Admiral football game on WHIR.
This is Steve Bertram inviting you to join us for Boyle County High School football on Z105.
All games streamed live at hometownlive.net.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Thank you there, Rayleigh. It's coming your way courtesy of Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Dabs. Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay. Get a free estimate and they work with your insurance company. Fixing water leaks, window, motor repairs, hail damage, and paintless tint repair at Danville Auto Body Shop. Partly sunny and 90 is your high. A low tonight, 58. Sunshine and 87 tomorrow, Thursday, 89, and Friday, 91. Right now, it's 8:49 in the morning, 63 degrees, Tuesday, the 16th day of the month of September. And we're so glad you're on the Joe Show this morning. 859-238-WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning. 238-9447 as we see what's gone on this date, September the 16th. In rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. Starting off on this date 100 years ago, where one of the all-time guitarists was born. He gained the nickname Bill Street Blues Boy, which was later shortened to just Blues Boy. And then he took Blues Boy, the first two letters of that, BB, called himself B.B. King. A major influence on Eric Clapton and Rolling Stone magazine placed him only behind Jimi Hendrix and Duane Allman on his list of 100 greatest guitarists of all time. King died in his sleep on May 14th, 2015 after a series of small strokes caused by type 2 diabetes. One of the greatest guitarists ever, B.B. King, would have been 100 years old.
You know you done me wrong, baby, and you'll be sorry someday.
It was on this day, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history, 1952, where American bass player Ron Blair from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers was born.
For breaking her heart.
They have the 1977 single American Girl, the 1989 single I Won't Back Down, and the 1991 album The Great Wide Open. He was originally the band's bassist from 1976 to 1981, but in 2002, after a 20-year hiatus, he came back to replace his own replacement, the late Howie Epstein. Ron Blair, bass player for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, born on this date 73 years ago. Happy 73rd.
Ventura Boulevard, and all the bad boys were standing in the shadow, and the good girls are home with broken hearts. I'm free. I'm free falling.
It was on this day, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the year 1963. This song released in the United States by Swan Records. Yeah, the Beatles, She Loves You, went number one on this date, 1963. The song was already number one in the UK, though it was largely ignored in the United States until 1964, the next year when it would reach the top of the charts. But it was released on this date in 1963. And it was on this day, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history, 1967, where this artist's debut LP was released and entered the Billboard Hot 200 album charts. It would stay there for 106 weeks. The name of the LP, Are You Experienced? By Jimi Hendrix. 77 weeks in the top 40. In 2003, Rolling Stone magazine ranked this the 15th greatest album ever on the list of 500 greatest albums. 2 years later, was selected for permanent preservation in the National Recording Registry at the Library of Congress in the U.S. Jimi Hendrix on this date, 1967. Are You Experienced? His debut LP entered the Billboard Hot 200 album charts. There you go, Jimi Hendrix, the Beatles. Ron Blair, the bass player for Tom Petty, and B.B. King have all made their mark on this date, September 16th, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. It's 8:54 in the morning. We're 5 minutes away from top hour news. We're back right after this on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
Our Adult Day Healthcare Services provide independence through assistance for adults with special needs ages 21 and over. Our participants enjoy games, reality orientation, cognitive and physical activities, exercise, music and craft programs, while offering families freedom and peace of mind knowing their loved ones are cared for in a safe, supportive environment. Visit thegatheringplace.org, follow on Facebook and Instagram for more info.
Thinking about buying a home, starting a business, or tackling a renovation? Whitaker Bank is here to help you make it happen. This is Ronald Howard. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Danville. We understand that every financial decision is personal. That's why we offer local expertise and reliable service. Let's find the right solution for you. Call me at 859-236-9822 today, and let's take the next step together. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
We love NASCAR. Catch the races here on WHIR AM 1230.
All right, you see this outfit during New York Fashion Week? It was a Capri Sun pouch purse. A purse made out of Capri Sun pouches. It's set to, I guess, debut on Amazon now. You can order this for Amazon. $200 for a Capri Sun pouch purse.
Tired of this happening to you?
I wanted to buy that $200 Capri Sun pouch purse on Amazon, but it's sold out.
Well, why not just set your money on fire instead?
Set my money on fire?
Yes, whenever that dumb purchase you were thinking of making is impossible to make, you can just set your money on fire and get the same result. Everybody's setting their money on fire.
I was going to buy a pair of shoes.
Oops, I clicked on the wrong thing. Let's, sorry about that. See if we can get that back
Tired
here
of
where
this
it was.
you were thinking of making is impossible to make. You can just set your money on fire and get the same result. Everybody's setting their money on fire.
I was going to buy a pair of shoes that look like big Cheetos for $800, but I just set my money on fire instead. It was quick, easy, and the flame was super cool.
It sure was. So what are you waiting for? Forget spending your money on dumb stuff when you can just set your money on fire instead and get the same result. Try it today. Warning, setting money on fire is dangerous and you shouldn't really do it.
Yeah, you just, if you'd rather set it, like thinking about that, just give it to me. I'll take care of it. I'll set it on fire, quote unquote, for you. I'll get that done for you. Hey, they say be proud of who you are. Right? Be proud of who you are. Be proud of your background, your lineage, whatever it may be. Be proud of it. Except for this lady. Maybe this lady can't be proud of who she is. There's a woman in California who is fighting the DMV because they're trying to take back the personalized license plate she got 3 years ago. This plate says, "I am ISIS," which sounds like an obvious plate you shouldn't be allowed to have. Except for one thing. Her name is actually Isis. Isis Wharton applied for this plate in 2022, and the DMV approved it. But now they've come back 3 years later to say she can't have it anymore. She says her parents named her after Isis, the Egyptian goddess of motherhood, not the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. Quote, "I'm proud of my name. I'm proud that it's on my car, and I feel like driving around. It looks cool." She says she's renewed it before, never had an issue until now. So here's the question. Should Isis Wharton, lives in California, she should be able to keep her plate? Or is this just a situation where maybe it's not fair, but life ain't fair? She has until September 25th to request a hearing. She says she's planning on that. For what it's worth, at least one expert that weighs in on this thinks that she should be able to keep it. They might think it as protected free speech under the First Amendment, is what this person says. So should a woman named Isis be able to keep her license plate that says, "I am ISIS"? We'll see what California's DMV says. 9 o'clock in the morning coming your way. Dusty going to join us for a Kentucky music preview coming up in the 9 o'clock in the morning hour at 9:10, 9:35, a Tuesday with Steph. We are 3 hours in, 1 hour to go on the Joe Show on this Tuesday, the 16th day of September.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Academy Award-winning director and actor Robert Redford has died. He died today at his home in Utah. Born in Santa Monica, California in 1936, Redford won an Oscar in 1981 for directing the film Ordinary People. NBC's Joe Fryer with more.
Throughout the 70s and 80s, Redford set the bar for leading men. But early in his career, he worried about being typecast as just a pretty face.
Early on, when there was overreaction to something I'd done, I got really nervous about what my life would be if I played into that.
So he was, admittedly, picky.
What's the matter with you?
Then along came a Western with Paul Newman, Butch Cassidy, and the Sundance Kid.
I can't swim!
I remember when I saw the film, I thought, this is a dud.
It, of course, was not a dud. It was followed with The Sting, Spy Game, The Horse Whisperer, Lions for Lambs, All the President's Men, and Quiz Show. Robert Redford was 89. President Trump says he'd considered designating the anti-fascism group Antifa a domestic terrorist organization, along with other left-wing groups. Mark Mayfield with more.
Trump said Monday he'd move forward with the plan if he had the support of his cabinet and the Justice Department. Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller also specifically called out Black Lives Matter demonstrations. It comes after the assassination of right-wing personality Charlie Kirk, leading Trump allies to call for a crackdown on left-wing violence. There's no evidence yet that the suspected killer was working as part of a larger effort.
President Trump thinks the suspect in the murder of Kirk was radicalized online by the left. While speaking from the Oval Office, Trump said it appears Tyler Robinson had wonderful parents and was a smart guy, but something bad happened quickly. Kirk was a close friend of the Trump family. Robinson is expected to be arraigned on state charges today in Utah, where Kirk was killed last week. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Idea, but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp today. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. The InventHelp databank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Get started today.
Call us for free information at 1-800-558-5497. Again, 1-800-558-5497.
Want to connect your business with thousands of engaged local consumers in one unforgettable evening? Join us at Wine on the River Louisville on October 11th at the Belvedere, a premier tasting event where wine, food, music, and community come together. As a vendor or sponsor, you'll gain valuable exposure, build brand awareness, and create lasting impressions with a crowd that loves to support local. Ready to pour into something big? Visit wineontheriverlou.com to inquire today. That's wineontheriverlou.com.
A deal for TikTok is close to being done. Lisa Carton reports.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent made the announcement today while in Madrid following trade talks between the U.S. and China.
President Trump and Party Chair Xi will speak on Friday to complete the deal, but we do have a framework for a deal with TikTok.
President Trump appeared to be referring to the matter in a Truth Social post Monday, saying a deal was also reached on a certain company that young people in our country very much wanted to save. TikTok's China-based owner ByteDance has until Wednesday to sell the popular social media app or have it possibly banned in the U.S.
A health expert is weighing in on allergies and cold symptoms. Tammy Trujillo reports.
A health expert is weighing in on allergies and cold symptoms. Cleveland Clinic allergist Dr. Sandra Hong explains what causes most allergies this time of year.
Very frequently, it's ragweed. Most people with allergies are allergic to ragweed, but then there are multiple other types of weeds out there. There's also lots of molds.
She says allergies will happen every year and are chronic while colds resolve on their own. She says an allergist can come up with a treatment plan. A fever, sore throat, and a wet cough are more common with a cold, which typically lasts 1 to 2 weeks and can make you feel achy. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
Another poll in the New York City mayoral race, another result that suggests Zoran Mondani will become the city's next mayor. More from Andrew Whitman.
This poll from CBS News and YouGov has Mamdani up 15 points over Andrew Cuomo, 43-28, with Republican Curtis Sliwa at 15% and current Mayor Eric Adams at 6%. That Mamdani lead may be slimmer than in other polls, but it also asked voters to pick if Adams drops out, and it barely moves the needle, bringing Cuomo just 1 point closer.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
The truth and nothing but. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
They can call him a misogynist, and all he did at Turning Point was promote up-and-coming women. One is a friend of mine, Emma Jo Morris, who he once worked on my TV show and broke the Hunter Biden laptop story. He was promoted, called racist, and yet he sought out and highlighted minorities all the time that worked at Turning Point USA. But really, what he's really called a fascist, if you really want to break it down, is because of Trump derangement syndrome. He supported Donald Trump, and he shared his political beliefs. Falsely smeared, called every name in the book for daring to challenge liberal orthodoxy in this country, and it smeared with lies and just outright slander.
Keeping you on the straight path. Later today, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Hey, check it out. A new discovery found a massive trove of gold coins in the Czech Republic, minted by a long-lost civilization. It's from before the 2nd century BC. They also found silver coins among the artifacts. Not only have gold and silver been valued for thousands of years, but they can physically last that long as well. Just another reason why I have partnered with the award-winning company Goldco. I'm also a customer. Now, they sell gold and silver, and they're great at what they do. So if you're ready to learn how gold and silver can help protect your savings, call now, 855-815-GOLD. On the web, it's HannityGold.com. They'll send you a free 2025 gold and silver kit. You can do your own due diligence and learn how you can get 10% in free bonus silver. It is the best silver offer out there. Don't miss this one. 855-815-GOLD or HannityGold.com. One more time, 855-815-GOLD or HannityGold.com.
Put your tummy in your tank at Papa's Quick Stop number 17, where convenience meets quality. Nestled on North Stewart's Lane, the former Bluegrass Truck Stop's now under new ownership and management, offering a fresh take for truck drivers and travelers. From juicy and crispy broaster chicken to delicious mouth-watering Hunt's Brothers Pizza. Available 24/7. Simply call 859-209-2400 for a speedy pickup. Premium quality diesels available for one truck or a fleet of trucks. Let Papa's Quick Stop be your perfect travel companion. Papa's Quick Stop number 17 in Danville, North Stewart's Lane looks forward to serving you.
The All-American Circus this Monday and Tuesday. Gates open at 6 for our exciting kids zone. Camel rides, unicorn selfies, face painting, and tasty circus snacks. Be awed by the ringmaster, sparkling showgirls, Shiny the Crown, King Kong, a juggling family purring, daredevils, mesmerizing acrobats, and dancing dogs. Experience the heart-pounding family fun All-American Circus. Follow the signs at Millennium Park to the show barn. Monday and Tuesday in Danville.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Danville-Boyle County Planning and Zoning Commission will meet next week, but tomorrow is the deadline for public comments ahead of the discussion of the 2025 Comprehensive Plan. You can review that plan right now, and while it's not been formally adopted, you are encouraged to explore the plan and share thoughts before that final adoption. You can review that plan on the City of Danville website. It's danvilleky.org. Again, the deadline for public comment is tomorrow. The Garrett Central Records reporting the Lancaster City Council has lifted the reserve in the City Hall building. That's a key move in the potential sale of that building, which the record says has attracted significant interest, with bids reaching reportedly around $66,000. Mayor Michael Gaffney said that he doesn't believe the city or government should be a leaser of the building, and that the move is a part of a strategy to improve efficiency and align the city's facilities with current administrative needs. The Harrisburg City Commission has approved street closures for the upcoming homecoming parade on Sunday. The Harrisburg Herald reports that the Mercer County Senior High School homecoming parade will take place Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, beginning in Harrisburg High School, then marching down Lexington Street, turning onto Main to East Office, continuing down Greenville Street to Lexington, then back to the high school. The street closures will begin Saturday at 1:45, with the parade starting at 2 o'clock. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All righty there, Rayleigh, brought to you by our friends hanging out over at the Little Sign Shop, and our new owners and operators. Little Sign Shop has got you covered. They do full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and logo design. They're in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them, 859-238-7391. Sunshine, a high today of 90. Tomorrow, sunshine and 87. Thursday, sunshine and 89. Friday, sunshine, 91. Saturday, Sunday, looking that way as well. Very small chances of rain on Saturday and Sunday. Right now, it's 9:11 in the morning, and we are joined in studio by Dusty. Good morning, Dusty. How are you?
Oh, Joe, already stressing out this morning. Stuff's burning down everywhere. I got a call this morning. It was probably about 7:30. I'm sorry, I got a text. It was like, hey, can you call me? This is like, we're running out of time. I can't get stuff to work. And it was a venue that was hosting a conference. And we didn't do the original system. We just we stepped in and improved it because they were like, hey, we want to add some functionality to it. And we were like, well, it was originally designed and set up by some home audio person of like the guest, of the plumber, of the guy.
A guy who knows a guy who knows a guy that knows how to do sound.
Set
up stuff.
Sound in air quotes, which is really hard to do with the cast on. But so we went in there, improved it, got their functionality that they wanted out of, and they were having sound issues where they couldn't get anything at all at first, and then over the phone. And because one of the things is like, can you FaceTime, right? Because it's just easier if I can, like, instead of describing it, like I can actually visually see it.
Okay.
And so I called her and I was like, hey, what's going on? And she was like, nothing's working. It's all dead, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, can you FaceTime? And she's like, yeah. I was like, well, let me put some clothes on. And so got clothes on, sat down, FaceTimed. We figured out we got sound downstairs but not upstairs. And so then we figured out it was like this little processor, and I hate doing this, but like they had a conference starting at 9:00, but it was just almost like button mashing to get it to work, right? So, but it did. And so
is that today? That happened this morning?
Yeah, this morning. I've already taken care of it today.
It's barely even 9:00, and Dusty's already put out one fire.
Right, and she was laughing because she was like, "Thank you." She's like, "I almost texted you this morning, like, hey, you up?" And she was like, that sounded weird. And so she was like, hey, can you call me and troubleshoot? Because again, it's like the conference starts at 9. You get in there in the morning. Like, she has other responsibilities. She's got like tables, chairs, like greeting the guests and stuff. And then lo and behold, your sound system doesn't come on. And so how are you going to have a conference if nobody can hear you?
Well, so the conference is so back.
Yep.
The sound system works. All thanks to Pro Sound and Lights. Brought to you by Pro Sound and Lights.
And then also we're starting an install in Harrodsburg at a church there for their fellowship hall. We're putting in a sound system there, so I had to get my guys were asking questions about it at the same time. So I was on the phone FaceTiming and texting, and then my mom has a question for AY whenever she comes in. So,
okay. And Yeager, we got a question for you. Okay.
And in the meantime, I'm still in my cast. Still having fun with it. Some of the stories I like to tell now is, you ever been catfish noodling? Right?
Yeah. You reach out with your bare hand and pull up a catfish.
Pull up a catfish. So whenever people ask what'd you do to your hand, I'm like, well, have you ever been catfish noodling?
Been noodling for a catfish?
And they're like, oh, really? And I was like, no, it wasn't that.
No, I was just asking you a question.
Right.
Actually, I broke it making a treehouse.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I always like to phrase it as I always start out like I'm drilling into a tree, right? And then the drill gets caught and my hand spins around, breaks my hand, or whatever. But only 2 people have asked. And they're like, why were you drilling into a tree? Right? Only 2 people have asked.
Yeah, and you probably told that story 1,000 times.
Right. But only those 2 people have asked. So I don't explain it further than that unless they ask.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, oh yeah.
They just want to know. Look, I found that when we had our house fire, people wanted to know, how did it start?
Right.
What happened?
Yeah.
And it got to the point where I got fatigued of telling the story too.
Yeah, right.
And Rebecca, I was talking to Rebecca. I still remember Rebecca saying this. Like, people want to know because people are protective and they want to make sure what happened to you doesn't happen to them.
Correct.
Which is why people are genuinely, they probably are curious, but they're curious in a way. Let's make sure our house doesn't burn down this way. Let's make sure we don't break our hand this way. So that's why people ask a curious way to protect themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. I get it. Like, and I would like to be there. I would probably ask the same questions. One guy was like, well, what kind of drill do you have? And I was like, it was a DeWalt. And he was like, well, that's good because I don't have that nice stuff. I got the stuff low.
Well, Sarah, your hand is in even a worse chance of breaking than mine because I'm using a DeWalt. What are you using?
Yeah, what
it is a DeWalt. If my hand breaks using a DeWalt, can you imagine the percentage chance your hand's going to break, Sarah, using your off-brand drill?
Right. And, I mean, yeah, and so speaking of, there's a meme I saw on Instagram, and it said, it showed this nice, like, neighborhood, right? Like, all the similar houses, all built the same, and nobody wanted a security system until one of the houses got broken into. And then at the very end, it says, like, create your own business, right? So, like, then everybody wanted the security system after one of the houses got broken into. Yeah. And so you're like, oh, well, maybe not that, but yeah, to your point, you're just like, people don't want it to happen to them, so that's why they're curious.
Dusty, here's a question for you.
Okay.
I've got a list here. Modern-day stressors that didn't exist back in the day. So what are some? Do you have one?
I have one, yeah, because it's very frustrating, and I know it's a first world problem. But, okay, what was Monday Night Football on last night?
It was on ESPN and ABC.
Okay, I have. So I used to have YouTube TV.
Yeah.
And I got rid of YouTube TV only because we never watch it, right? I only use it during football season, and I would use YouTube TV plus Red Zone.
Yes.
Right? I'm a big fan of Red Zone. I like Red Zone, right? Not the NFL. I mean, I like the NFL in general, but the Red Zone is just
It gives you when teams are close to score, and when they score, they give you, like, the immediate how they score. It's good for fantasy football players to know who's doing what.
And also the people with ADHD, because it's just game, switch.
Constant action.
So this year I heard that ESPN bought the NFL, or the rights to
Red Zone.
To Red Zone, right? So I, instead of getting YouTube plus the Red Zone, because that was going to be like hundreds of dollars, right? I got ESPN, and then I got the expansion for Red Zone, right?
Right.
However, what they don't tell you is that none of that is integrated clearly.
Okay.
So it's because ESPN is owned by Disney,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So I had to go through. So I went to the ESPN app, and I was like, "Where's Red Zone?" Red Zone doesn't show.
It's not on the ESPN.
It's on the NFL app.
Okay.
So you have to link the ESPN to the NFL. However, the NFL doesn't have ESPN available to link to it. Instead, you have to link your Hulu account, which is then linked to your Disney account, which is then linked to your ESPN account.
You have no idea how you're watching the game at this point.
Right. And so then I get on it last night. I go to the ESPN app. Monday Night Football's not on there.
Okay.
I go to Disney app. Go to the ESPN section. Try to click on it. And it says I have to subscribe to Apple TV.
Yeah, mine. I've got YouTube TV, so I just play from my phone, stream it, cast it on my TV,
right,
and I'm good to go. I don't know what kind of hoops you're up at 3.
I just did not watch football last night. I was so frustrated.
That's frustrating.
And then, like the Packers played, and that's on Prime.
That's on Prime. Thursday night games are on Prime. We know that.
I have it.
I like Prime.
Prime's good.
Prime's good. Easy to figure out. Load it up, hit play.
Yes, and the best thing that I saw, because like all of them also have their own, like, what is it? And this is what frustrates me to no end, is that they'll show you the intro or the preview to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you can tune in here to watch the all the way up to the game. But once the game starts happening, you have to subscribe and give your firstborn child to somebody else, right? And so I'm watching the Prime one is good because I don't know if you saw it. They send Marshawn Lynch into strange places.
No, I didn't see that.
Okay,
I tuned in. I got the game started like a little bit late Thursday. So the Marshawn Lynch.
So the Marshawn Lynch bit was he went to Ireland to train sheepdogs. Like just that combination, he was just it was just wow. So that was a good bit. Other than that, I don't really care much for the pregame stuff. But anyway, so yeah, last night I didn't watch any football because I didn't know where to watch it, how to watch it, and then the Packers played on CBS for their opener, right? So I had to use my free trial to Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
To link it to.
You just need.
I just need YouTube TV. That's what I need to go back to.
But
like it's.
Yeah, but you also need just like a digital antenna. Right. You can get from Walmart for like $10 to pick up digital channels.
Right, but
27, 36, 18, 56.
Doesn't ABC or CBS and all like just your network? Do they have apps that I could just download?
Probably not without a subscription.
Yeah, exactly. You have to link it to something.
You have to subscribe to everything.
It's like somehow. And what's frustrating for our generation is that we lived through the best time of television.
Yeah.
Where you had all the streaming, there was
coax,
no commercials.
Cable didn't have the TV.
Yeah. But I mean, like, we grew up with, like, Netflix didn't have commercials. Like, Disney came out, and they're like, oh, just subscribe here, and you can watch all your Disney movies.
Yeah.
And nowadays...
You gotta pay extra to not have commercials.
Right, you gotta pay extra. And the thing is, they don't design or develop their programming around commercials. So you get to this, like, awesome part where you're watching the movie, it's really dramatic, and the big reveal is coming, and all of a sudden it's like...
Cut to commercials for 3
minutes. Do you have bad skin?
Yeah.
If you could take this medicine and almost die, but your skin will be good.
Yeah.
Right? And you're like, what?
All right, so Dusty's modern-day stressor is
that
it's
a first world problem.
Yeah, that is a modern-day stressor. So here's what boomers and Gen Xers are talking about when it comes to modern-day stressors that did not exist back in the day. The anxiety about texting and returning a text. Do you ever text someone and they'll text you back and you're like, are they mad at me? Did I do something wrong?
I used to think that, but now as a person who gets, texts or like I got this morning, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me that much. I get it. People are busy. Like it's just now if I am trying to get hold of somebody or you're troubleshooting somebody, they don't text you back. Like that's a little frustrating.
Yeah.
But or if you're trying to make plans, right? Like,
here's whether the news you're hearing is factual or not.
That is a big
I don't think back in the day, like you had to deal with whether or not they just read you the news and they read it in a voice like this. The Hindenburg has explained it, like they always had it. Yeah, they had that voice.
Right. Well, I mean, they like. I think the issue nowadays is that people want to be the first and not be correct, right? Versus like the news, whenever the news was the news. They made sure it was right.
Well, part of it has to do with social media. Because you're inundated all the time. There was no social media back then, so 6 o'clock in the evening is when you're getting the news.
Correct.
That's when you're getting it. So you got until 5:59 to verify this news, whether it's right or not.
Correct.
Now you get it at a snap of a finger, so it doesn't matter verification. We got to be the first one. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, it doesn't matter. The news is everywhere now. Yeah. People did not have a camera in their pocket all the time.
Yeah.
Public filming can be very invasive, right? So you did something dumb back in the day. Well, you didn't get caught doing it because there were no cameras.
Okay, that's a two-sided coin for me because, granted, I did a bunch of dumb stuff and I still do dumb things. It's just not on film, right? Like I'm sure that there was instances hanging out with my buddies that whenever I did throw the can of butane into the fire and exploded, would have made a good video, sure. But is it a memory now that we all share? It's just us and nobody else knows about it.
Yeah,
exactly. However, I do think that having the camera in your pocket is nice whenever you get to call out like the terrible actions of people. right? So let's say like you're like road rage, right? For instance, like you're just driving and somebody's mad at you and they're getting out of your car. Now you can just pop your camera on and say, hey, man.
Yeah,
like,
you got it on film.
You got it on film.
Right, you
now.
don't have a knife.
Right, exactly.
I'm going to show the police.
Exactly.
I got it on film.
You got it on film now. And so, like,
you're right.
Like,
it's a double-sided coin.
Yeah, or double-edged sword or whatever. But it's like, because now I think you should call out the people who are acting like terrible people. And now you have proof that they're terrible people. Like, was it the Philly Karen?
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the Philadelphia. That was the one that popped in my head. Now, she was at a baseball game. She wasn't caught, like, on a video. I mean, she would have been. She was on stadium cameras because they were broadcasting the game.
Right, something like that I think is fair.
The one that gets me, I think, that's a modern-day stressor is, I don't know, and maybe parents did back in, like, the 40s and 50s. But I feel like nowadays, we as parents are more stressed out about our kids getting kidnapped. Are you stressed like parents back in the 50s would let their kids as 8-year-olds drive to the gas station and buy cigarettes?
Yeah.
You know, like, all right, come back with a 6-pack of beer and some cigarettes, you 9-year-old kid. And, like, it's the 1950s. And you didn't care. Now I'm scared to even let my son and daughter, like, even walk on the street to a friend's house. Right. I hope they make it. Do I need to walk with them?
Do I need to check in? Do I
need to text the parents and make sure they
shoes with the, was it the air tags built into them? So the
that's
kids
the
don't
thing.
know?
I don't think, and again, I could be wrong because I'm not a parent. I'm a parent now. But, like, you hear stories of kids just, like, walk across town just to go work as a 9-year-old in the fields or whatever. You know, like, there were no rules back in the day. They let kids do whatever because they weren't scared anybody was going to kidnap them. Now I just feel like there's this constant fear. I hope the kids are okay. I hope some loon doesn't grab them or do something.
Well, okay. I think that is a symptom of, like, the current media that we're in. Because statistically speaking, we're the safest we've ever been.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Statistically speaking.
We see the media all the time. There's more media. There's more stories of it. And so now we're more cognizant of it happening.
Like, nobody, to your point earlier, it's like social media, right? And so whenever it happens, as soon as it happens, we're getting all this information very quickly. And so it's more like the news, like KYT is not going to come up here and be like, Joe's kids walked peacefully to the school today. We know, right? They're not going to report on that. They're going to report on the one instance that happens. Where it didn't happen. And but if you think about all of it, like whenever, like it's terrible that it does happen, granted. And I think other than that, there's also been this erosion of trust in your community. Only because, whenever we were kids, right? Like, my parents would just be like, hey, come home whenever the streetlights are on. I lived in a neighborhood surrounded by other adults, other people.
You knew everybody,
for
the most part.
For the most part. And, like, we knew our neighbors. We talked to them, like, fed them and stuff. And so there was other neighborhood kids. But there was an understanding that if our group of kids, or if I was in trouble, if there was an adult would assist.
Someone else is coming to help. Right. If your mom and dad aren't around,
or like if
someone else.
So, for instance, I wrecked my bike jumping over a ramp and scarred my chin up, right? The lady saw me wreck the bike and came out and helped me and then brought me back to my parents and so on. I don't think that, I think it exists. I just think it's rarer now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, because if I see a child in trouble, then I want to help. But there's also that hesitation of like, oh, like I don't, like this is my kid. How's this going to look? What's the optics of it, right? And so I think there's been that erosion of trust in your community and in the people, and then that's just done by media because it's like now we're all just in our little silos or echo chambers, whatever you want to call it. And so I don't know. I agree with you that is a stressor now because Monica, my wife, worries about that a lot more. I'm like, if somebody takes our kids, they're gonna give them back. Like, they're just really,
get on their nerves.
Yeah,
so
they're
much.
gonna get on their nerves so much.
I'm like to make a return.
Right. We'll be like, no, man, you wanted this. This is your decision. You got to live with it, right? And I mean, it doesn't be like. I think there's also extremes to everything. Like, don't send your kid to the gas station on the lawnmower that's 4 miles away, right? Don't be an idiot.
They would do that in the 1950s.
Yeah, they would also just let them drive there.
Yeah,
right.
Like I remember a story of being told my great uncle drove downtown Atlanta to go get cigarettes for his dad. And he was like 12.
Right, and
like they would just I feel like it was the Wild West back then.
My dad talks about whenever he was 10 or 12. I think his family got a new car, and so they drove together. And then my grandfather got out into the new car, and my dad drove that car back, and my grandfather just followed him home.
Yeah, how old was he?
He was like 10 or 12.
See?
Right?
No rules back then.
And it's like, and I'm thinking about that. I'm like, I don't know if I would, like a 10-year-old, I don't think I would let him do that, right?
Yeah.
But okay, is that a reflection on us then, right? Like, is there a maturity level that is because of that independence that they used to have, and they're not getting right now? Is that what's also contributing to it?
I blame video games. We play TV. We are a lot less mature. We're not going out with Dad as a 10-year-old and change the car.
Blame the iPads.
The screens. Screen time.
That's what it is.
All right, Dusty, what do we got in music?
Well, what's not a stressor is all this nice music that is happening in and around Kentucky. It's actually a good way to relieve stress, a good way to go out and be amongst them and then just listen to nice music. And unless you're me and then you stress about how the sound is.
See, here's my day. No one else has that.
No one else has that stress. But you can go see our field. It's a part of a songwriting series that is featuring Cheryl Kaywood. The songwriter series is nice because usually they just get they get good songwriters, but also it's like people who maybe aren't they don't play out as often, right? Like they're big into songwriting, not performing their songs necessarily. But that is going to be at Main City Brewery Company there in Paris, Kentucky, and that is happening tonight. If you want to go check that out.
Okay.
The Beach Boys are playing Wednesday.
Right?
Yes. I'm sorry, the songwriter series tomorrow. Not bad. They're in Paris, Kentucky. The Beach Boys are playing at the Common Spirit Health Stage at Gatton Park.
Yeah, right next to Rubber Arena.
Yeah, that brand new park, that new amphitheater, which I heard I have not been out there yet, but I heard that's going to be awesome. They are playing tomorrow.
Okay.
So that'd be nice. Good way to open that park on Wednesday night. Hope all those houses are prepared to stay up late. late.
Yeah, the Beach Boys. You can't complain to the Beach
right?
Boys.
Bedford will be playing at Two Fisted Willies in Lexington tomorrow. Then Thursday, we got, let's see, Priscilla Block will be at Rupp Arena. Who is that?
I have no idea. But
they're playing at Rupp.
Yeah, that's interesting. We've never heard of the person playing at Rupp Arena.
I think we're getting old, Joe. I think that's a sign,
That's
right?
not.
Yeah.
That's not a sign we're getting. No, it's a sign she's not popular enough.
She's playing at Rupp.
All right, I'm going to look her up.
Right? She opening for somebody, maybe? Maybe that's it.
Okay, Priscilla Block is an American country music singer.
Okay.
In 2020, her song Just About Over You went viral on TikTok, reaching Nashville music executives who signed her to Mercury Nashville.
Okay.
That's all it says about her.
Okay.
She's an American country, which if there's a genre of someone I'm not going to know, it's probably going to be country at this point.
Country.
She's 30. She's not this young. I mean, that's not old, but 30 years old.
You better watch yourself.
I'm 36. What does that make me? I'm just saying, like, you would think someone would be, like, in their early 20s, hitting their prime. She's 30 years old and going to break in now.
Yeah, I mean, that's TikTok, man. But she's going to be at Rupp Arena. Some more power to her.
Look, we're big Priscilla Block fans.
Yeah.
We need her on the show.
Yeah. Hey, she wants to come out.
She sings a song called Thick Thighs.
I'm down. That sounds interesting.
All right.
I mean, if you want to talk about something I like.
Yeah. There you go. Priscilla and Block.
Yeah, she's going to be playing this Thursday. If you want to go check her out in the Thick Thighs, the song show. The Wilder Blue will be playing at the Borough the same night in Greater Louisville Orchestra. That's what I wanted to highlight. Louisville Orchestra will be playing at Taylor County High School in Campbellsville, Kentucky. It's part of their series to kind of go around Kentucky and play. If you've never seen the Louisville Orchestra, it's very good. And it's just, it's orchestral music, but it's still nice. Still to go. You want to talk about a non-stressor, right? The Origin Jazz Series is making its return, and this one's going to be featuring Camille Thurman. And the Origin Jazz Series travels around, but this will be at the First Presbyterian Church in Lexington.
Okay.
Not the second or third, but the first one. And the Origin Jazz Series kind of travels around, performs in different spaces, and has a lot of different artists. So it's like, again, good venue, good time if you want to check it out this Friday. Sam Lewis is coming to the Lexington Opera House. The Steel Drivers are also going to be at the Opera House this Friday, so that should be good. Keith Anderson will be at the Center for Rural Development in Somerset, Kentucky. Exile is going to be at Chenault Vineyards.
Okay, we got to update. She's not. Priscilla Block's not headlining. Cole Swindell's headlining the arena.
Okay, that makes more sense. Priscilla Block is probably
We've never heard of this girl. How's she headlining the arena? Like, we're not that amateur, are we?
The band that I picked to preview is going to be performing on Red Barn Radio Wednesday, but then also going to be at the Maker's Mill in Somerset, Kentucky. It's Smilo and the Ghost. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I like the sound of this.
Yes, I think you would.
Name of the song's The Farmer.
And Tracy Bone. And all this time I wait. And I've been lying through these weary eyes. The daylight calls me back. Do you wanna go? I've been thinking about where we'll be.
Smile and the Ghost.
Yeah.
The Farmer.
Yeah, they're going to be playing at Red Barn Radio, so if you're interested in Red Barn Radio and you want to go see that production, which is happening on Wednesday, that'll be fun. And then on Thursday, they're going to be playing down there at the Maker's Mill in Somerset, Kentucky.
There you go.
2 good spots, 2 chances to see them, so it's nice to get them on today, because then by Friday they'll be out of here. So go see them. Smilo and the Ghost.
Dusty, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you later.
If I survive, Joe.
I believe in you.
Thank you.
If a two-handed Dusty can do it, a one-handed Dusty has so much more vim and vigor. Yeah. You're going to take on the world. Yeah. All right, and Yeager with a Tuesday with Stith is coming your way next on The Joe Show.
The guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonan, president of Leaf Filter, is here to take take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
You gotta go with Graceland. Graceland Air.
Graceland Air, a local HVAC company, offers a wide range of services and provides each customer with an effective and long-term solution in both heating and air conditioning repair. They're committed to excellence in every aspect, exceptional quality of service, high standard of integrity. You are the basis of their business, and they service all brands. Go online to graceland-ky.com for more information.
You gotta go with Graceland. Graceland Air.
Hi, I'm Adam Hopkins, Security Officer at Farmers National Bank. If a friend you haven't spoken with in years contacts you via social media with a great way to make some big money, it's a scam. If this has happened or is happening to you, please give us a call at Farmers National Bank. We're always happy to help.
If you're feeling hopeless, alone, and broken, maybe empty inside, Chloe's Petals for Hope.
Hi, this is Susan Rogers with Chloe's Petals for Hope. When you call 988, a counselor will ask if you are safe. After they ask about your safety, your counselor will listen to you, understand how your problem is affecting you, provide support, and share any resources that may be helpful. Call or text 988 or chat at 988lifeline.org. It's free and confidential.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same-as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by
Hey, it's coming your way courtesy of our friends over at The Little Sign Shop and our new owners and operators. Little Sign Shop has got you covered, doing full color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and logo design in Danville. We're 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Sunshine, 90s a high, 58 the low. Tomorrow's Wednesday, sunshine, a high of 87. Thursday, sunny and 89. Right now, it's 9:38 in the morning, and here's Jim Parman.
The following is a paid program.
Yes, it is. Thank you for that, Jim. And we welcome on to the show Ann Yeager.
Good morning.
Hello, Ann Yeager. What's going on with Ann Yeager?
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Oh, getting ready for a funeral around here.
Okay, so you're busy, huh?
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Kind of what we do.
Hey, I've got a question that someone wanted me to ask you.
Okay.
To start off this segment. And this question is, what happens, Ann Yeager, with, replaced knees or replaced, shoulders or hips or whatever it may be during the cremation process? What happens to those things?
So, depending on how large and what was replaced. So some people have screws, some have rods. They're all different sizes, and they're out of all different materials. And some people have whole titanium hips and shoulders and that kind of thing. We talked about this a couple weeks ago because one of the questions was, could they have it back? And the answer to that is yes.
Okay.
I just returned a titanium shoulder to a family. It didn't look like what they were expecting.
Yeah.
But the daughter looked at me and she said, I don't really know what I was expecting, but it doesn't look like what I was expecting.
But would it not change composition being exposed to that heat, though? Would it not, puddle up?
So depending on the material, it depends on, the titanium doesn't melt. It does obviously get burned. So it doesn't look shiny and new. It's not exactly pretty. Now, some things melt and don't exist anymore. They burn up. It depends, and that's where it completely depends on the metal. Most metals, though, after the cremation and the ashes are removed from the retort, everything's removed from the retort, then they go through kind of like a great big sifter to take out any pieces, because people have all different kinds of things in their bodies, not just bone. So there might be some pieces might be plastic, some pieces might be metal, and some pieces have burned up and some have not.
Wow.
So those are all removed. So we can keep them for you. People are always surprised at what they look like. They don't think about what the burning does to the metal. Like, it doesn't make it pretty.
Yeah. So all the bites of plastic. I've been taking bites of a plastic toy every day before I go to bed. So that'd be show
all those
up.
Microplastics.
Yes. Yeah.
No, but like somebody had a fused piece that I've seen, but I don't know what the actual material was. It may not have been plastic. But it was also from some work they'd had done. So.
Hey, and this is Dusty.
Hey.
So what you're telling
I grew up
me?
in First Pres.
So what you're telling me is like every once in a while you have to make a trip to like the metal recycling place and you turn in.
We have it. No,
and
so
then
it's
you get some
considered
cash
medical.
back on it. Okay.
And it's considered medical recycling.
So the price is higher there. You could.
No. No, I don't know. I don't know how much. I don't know how much the actual recycling is for it, but only certain places take them. It's not like just going to your local.
Can't go to a pawn shop.
center.
We take gold, silver.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Take it then.
Melt some titanium.
And hip
down.
replacements.
Yeah.
Y'all are terrible.
Well, look, it's a legit question. Someone had the question, so yeah, it's not something.
So it was Dusty had the question.
Well, sorta, yeah. It was
someone
a
Dusty
family
knows.
member.
It was you.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was
I guess what I'm wondering is like, what does that lady plan on doing with like the part that she got back? Like,
Well, that's funny because we've talked about that and they don't know.
Okay.
Well, she does. It's actually her husband, the son-in-law, that asked for it, and she was like, I don't know what he wants it for, but now it's even stranger now that I see it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
And
well, you all are able there to make jewelry out of different things, and the reason that I bring this up is that I talked about this a couple of hours ago in our World of Weird Hollywood celebrity news segment. Elton John had a double knee replacement and Yeager last year, had a special request for a surgeon to keep his kneecaps to turn them into jewelry. He said, we bake them to dry them out, then they get raw like pumice stone. They're very porous, so we had to paint them with acetate and polish them up. Elton's right kneecap was turned into a gold-plated necklace that looks like an old Egyptian artifact. It has an engraved phrase in Latin. And then his left kneecap is a little smaller, so it was turned into a gold brooch. So,
brooch?
Yeah, a brooch.
Brooch.
Is a brooch.
It's a brooch.
Oh, they spelled it wrong here.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, what's a brooch?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, but so like, could people, if people wanted, could they take their family member's titanium knee or whatever and turn it into a brooch?
I mean, yes,
dripping in my eyes.
There are artists that do all kinds of things.
That's weird.
I mean, Elton John did it, so obviously you can do it. It's possible.
He has the money and just not like I mean, you can do it, but should you do it? I think is a better question.
Well, it's just like they can make diamonds out of someone's ashes, but what they don't tell you is how expensive it is,
right?
And how tiny the diamond is. It's thousands of dollars,
and you get
thousands and thousands of dollars.
Itty bitty earring.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, if that's what you want, by all means, I will help you facilitate that happening.
Okay. You'll point us in the right direction.
However, I do want, like, because I've had a couple of people who wanted, who'd seen the commercials for the diamond things online about having a diamond made out of a loved one's ashes. I'm like, we have other jewelry that's just as beautiful that can be made out of ashes that doesn't cost near that much.
Yeah.
But if you want the diamond, by all means, we'll help you do the diamond. But
there you go. Ann
I
Yeager.
don't know. It seems like a whole lot of money for something that tiny.
Yeah. Ann Yeager, we're Stiff Funeral Home. Ann Yeager will step aside, come back. We'll finish up the conversation. We have some Ask AY questions as well, coming from some real people with real questions. So got a lot to talk about to finish up this conversation.
And I was talking about Dusty yesterday.
And we'll figure out what you were talking about Dusty. It's all coming up next on The Joe Show on a Tuesday with Stiff.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is a place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails, too. Braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
The All-American Circus this Monday and Tuesday. Gates open at 6-bar exciting kids zone. Camel rides, unicorn selfies, face painting, and tasty circus snacks. Be awed by the ringmaster, sparkling showgirls, Shiny the Crown, King Kong, a juggling family purring, daredevils, mesmerizing acrobats, and dancing dogs. Experience the heart-pounding family fun All-American Circus. Follow the signs at Millennium Park to the show barn. Monday and Tuesday in Danville.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi, it's Daryl, the cigar sommelier and owner of Smokin' Bourbon. I know you guys have been waiting, but the wait is over. We are now open for business. So come on down to Smokin' Bourbon, where you can smoke, sip, and chill.
Central Kentucky's newest cigar bar in Danville by the bowling alley in the Greenleaf Shopping Center. This big boss atmosphere is veteran-owned with connoisseur quality cigars and bourbon, creating a social destination. For more information, go to smoke-in-bourbon.com.
Now open.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
Paying for your student's college can feel overwhelming. Scholarships and grants help, but they might not cover everything. With competitive low interest rates and no application or other fees, the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan offers a smooth and affordable solution. Owned and managed by a state-based nonprofit lender, we're committed to helping families like yours. Apply today and take the next step in supporting their dreams. Visit KentuckyAdvantageLoan.com or call 800-988-6333 to learn more.
This message is brought to you by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR. Bring it.
9:49 in the morning, 68 degrees, Tuesday, the 16th day of September. On a Tuesday with Stiff, as Ann Yeager joins us this morning. And we've been talking in the first segment about what happens with replaced knees and shoulders and things of that nature, hips, during the cremation process. And Yeager talked about how, yes, if someone wants that back, that individual can, the loved one can get that back from the deceased individual after the cremation process. And Yeager, do you have anything else you want to touch on? I know sometimes you have topics, and you called in today, so we didn't get to talk beforehand. I've got some questions I can ask you, or if you have something you want to touch on, maybe someone has asked you a question this week you wanted to talk about.
I'm just very thankful for Dusty and all the sound work he does, not only in our own building, but in all the churches.
Yes. So did you encounter a church that had a Pro Sound and Lights logo on the sound?
They're he's
soundboard?
in the middle of working on their system, and so they will be very thankful to have it back up and running at 100% and everything back in place. So
Way to go, Dusty! Doing his thing one-handed, too, Ann Yeager. He got a cast on one hand. He's doing his thing one-handed. You know, he broke his hand.
Yes. He's a jack of all trades.
He is. He can do it all. All right, here we go, Ann Yeager. This person says, I'm hoping for some advice. My dad passed away on the 7th of September and was found in his home. He was taken straight to the morgue. I guess he required a post-mortem. Now, is that like an autopsy, post-mortem? What is post-mortem compared to autopsy?
That could kind of mean anything. Post-mortem just means after death.
This says it was just tissue samples, not the full traditional post-mortem. I don't know what the difference between that and the full traditional.
Well, they've left out some words because post-mortem just means after death.
Okay.
So, but I think that they're talking about maybe an examination.
Yeah, I guess to see.
Seems like they must have left out that word.
Okay. This has been completed.
It's just tissue versus a full autopsy.
Yeah, okay. This has been completed. We're still awaiting the interim death certificate. It's been 8 days since he passed. Now 9. Today's the 9th because they said September 7th. And I would really like to see him. I hadn't spoken with him for 2 years because he was an alcoholic. I'm worried the funeral director won't get him in time, as each day that goes by, I'm aware that he will be decaying more and more. I've spoken to the hospital and can see him in the morgue tomorrow. I asked my funeral director today if he thinks he would still be okay to view if they got to him in the next couple of days, and he said from experience it should be fine as we're embalming him, but my concern is they don't get him this week, and then it's another week. So basically, they're going to see him in the morgue. They haven't embalmed him yet, I guess, because the funeral home doesn't have him. He's still in the hospital. I assume is the way this works. This person says, will I be traumatized seeing him tomorrow in the morgue? I would rather be able to say goodbye than not see him at all. I just want to prepare myself. Any advice is greatly appreciated on what I expect to see. What do you think, Ann Yeager?
Well, it's hard to say not knowing any of the things. A morgue is always difficult because it's a very sterile environment or a very strange environment for people. I'm curious as to why he hasn't been released yet, why they're still holding him, and why he hasn't been released. There must be some question about his death if he hasn't been released to the funeral home yet.
Yeah.
So I would ask for a description. Before I go in and see him in the morgue, I would ask the coroner or the medical examiner for a description of what he looks like, just so that you're a little bit better prepared for what you're going to see. Was there any trauma or bruising or issues that you need to know about beforehand? And as long as he's kept in refrigeration, then I'm with the funeral director that he probably can be seen without an issue. But that is a conundrum as far as why he hasn't been released yet to the funeral home. That would be bothersome to me also.
Yeah. All right,
I would probably be losing my mind as the funeral director, going, "When am I going to?
Yeah, when am I going to
When
get?
are you releasing him to me?"
Yeah.
But that's the problem. Every state's different, and every medical examiner's office is different.
Yeah, this doesn't say where, and it makes me almost think that it's overseas, because the way they wrote the date was the 7th of September, which seems very European to me. Yeah, like we would say September 7th, or we'd say last month Sunday or whatever. All right, here's another question for you, Ann Yeager. And again, we sometimes stumble on questions that I would never think of until it affects a specific individual. And here's one that I'm talking about. Quick question from an anxious nail biter. They bite their nails when they get nervous. What do you all do in instances where someone's fingers or nails look bad because they've chewed their nails to the extreme? They're nail biters. How do you make them look okay for a viewing? Or not when someone's attention is drawn to them, if maybe they can. I mean, can you do that? An anxious nail biter, has that? I'm sure you've dealt with that, Ann Yeager. Have you ever thought about that?
When someone's a nail biter, I have had someone be surprised that we cleaned up someone's nails. We had a gentleman who had always worked in cars, and they wanted to know how we got his hands so clean.
Okay.
And then I've also had a couple of gentlemen who worked with things like mechanics and things, but I couldn't get their hands clean because they were just stained. And I've also had people who had like a nicotine stain on their hands from smoking that I couldn't get out. But we've done women's nails. We paint nails. And if you're a nail biter in life, your family knows that, and it would be strange if we put big fake fingernails on you if you've always had nubs.
Yeah.
You would not look like yourself if we. But if a family requested it, yes, we've had nail techs come in and do nails. We've all the things.
Yeah.
So, but I would say how you were in life is how you should be in death.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were a nail biter, I would just clean them up and make sure they were as pretty as possible.
Yeah, clean and looking as good as possible.
Change who you are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Last question that comes from me, Ann Yeager.
Okay.
Next week, maybe next Sunday or Monday, I can't remember the exact date, will be the public funeral service for Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated last week. It's going to be at the Arizona Cardinal Stadium. They're in Glendale, Arizona. Maybe 60,000 people on hand. Is that one funeral home that is handling that, or do, like, a service that big, do multiple funeral homes have to kind of unite and come together to handle something like that?
No, that's probably a conglomerate. So the funeral home's probably handling the funeral side of it, and there's probably an events coordinator who handles the rest of for the stadium, who's handling the other side of it, like coordinating. It's probably not multiple funeral homes. It's probably one funeral home, and then multiple event coordinator types.
Would that be nerve-wracking? Like, think about all the details, or do you just call? Would you just call the Arizona Cardinal Stadium and be like, "Hey, this is where we're having it. Can you all handle the security and all of that?" How does that work?
I love a challenge.